Let's get into this.
Sup, y'all? It's me. It's your boy Asmongold, and I'd like to welcome all of you to the OTK Games Expo live from the We Play studio. We have a lot of games to look at, over 40 today, and there are going to be a bunch of different games, and you guys are going to be getting involved as well. Now, the first thing that I want to do is I want to show you all what we're going to be doing and what's to come with this show and exactly how things are going to be broken down, because obviously we're going to have the trailers, we're going to go through all of that stuff, but on top of that, we're actually going to be doing interviews with some of these developers live here in the studio, and on top of that, we're even going to be playing some games on top of it. So I am very, very excited, especially with some of these games. I think they're going to be awesome to watch, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And so, guys, I want to say a huge thank you to everybody who's made this possible. This has been a tremendous undertaking for us, and it wouldn't be possible without you all. So thank you so much. And the other people I want to say thank you to are the people I'm about to announce today. And those are going to be my friends helping me here going through the entire expo right now. And so we got Tectone, obviously the Genshin Impact legend. And then we got, oh man, we've got Jay Schlatt, the Minecraft master. Oh my, he's cut off his finger. Is that okay? I don't know. Okay, all right, who else do we have? And oh, there he is. The classic WoW god, S-Fan TV. And he's going to be helping us, giving us a little bit of commentary and all that as well. And who else do we have? And, oh, look at that. We've got Rich Campbell. Who could have guessed that? And that's good. Yeah, hi, Rich. How you doing? He's happy. He's so happy to be here. Thanks for being here, Rich. Yeah, okay, he'll be okay. And then we... okay, so yeah, we've got who is Mizkif. We've got Mizkif there as well. And okay, all right, who else do we have? Let's go ahead and move up a little bit forward. And what the hell are y'all doing? Quit talking. We're going into the show. And then, oh, we've got Amaru, obviously, of course. And we're going to be getting everybody up here and talking about these games all together, getting their feedback, commentary, and just having a few conversations about these games. But that is not the only group of people that we have. We also have an expert variety gamers panel. We've brought together some of the best and most experienced variety gamers on all of Twitch to help give you their insight on these games and tell you which ones are great and which ones are even better. So anyway, over to the variety gamers.
Thank you so much, Zach. It is me, NMPLOL, here with the Variety Gaming panel. We have assembled some of the best gamers ever on the planet. Everyone knows me. I'm NMP. I'm a 9-time Gladiator, 2-time rank 1, all this sort of stuff. And let's go to Chance. How are you?
Hi, Soda Poppin', Chance here. 12-time rank 1, multi-rank 1 overall, gamer extraordinaire, popularizer of Among Us, veteran, 15-year streamer, made most people. Here to really kind of bring my insight and talk about some of these games and some of the great things about them. And over to my left, we've got...
Yeah, that's really cool, Chance. Hi, everybody. I'm Seer. I'm actually a triple platinum rank 1 gas station simulator champion. Also won an Oscar for Best City and City Skylines. And absolutely rolled Soda Poppin' at Warcraft 3 Soccer, which I won a Nobel Peace Prize for. Bruce?
See, all that sounds good, but to me it just sounds like baloney. Pro Telltale Gamer here, Bruce, drop them off. I'm here to give my insight on some of these games. I heard we got a great list, so I'm ready. I'm excited. Back to Nick.
All right, we are the Variety Gamers here to give some of the best insight that we can possibly give. So back to you, Zach.
Thanks a lot, Nick, and I can't wait to hear what invaluable, incredible, and very insightful commentary they're going to be providing today. But also, we have a lot of people involved, but I want to talk to you all about how you guys, the chat, are going to be involved as well. We are putting up today $50,000 of developmental grants, not pledges, grants of these developers, and to try to help them make their games a reality. So the way this is going to work is you all are going to vote, and first place is going to be getting $30,000. On top of that, they're going to be getting a Razer PC powered by Intel, and second place is going to be getting $20,000.
What's up, David?
And they're also going to be getting a Razer PC powered by Intel to help finish their development of the game, and in some cases, take their game development to the next level. level. So huge shout out to them. And honestly, guys, I am just amazed to be here. And there is one more person and one more guy who's going to be helping me do all of this. And I'd like to also introduce you to one of my longtime friends I've been doing shows with for a very, very long time. It's going to help me host this, Rich Campbell.
Man, I'm amazed to be here as well, and I'm sure they're all amazed to hear my voice. They're used to only hearing it when you're done stream, but today we're only just beginning. And when I look around at this arena, it's crazy. We started off doing small webcam shows, and when you're on the big stage, you get kind of nervous that you might slip. But luckily, I never slip. Thank you to the non-slip grip on my Mountain Dew Game Fuel can. You guys can grab one right now for 10% off if you use OTK. They've been our partner since day one, and it really helped us get here to the big stage. But
full disclosure, I'm playing Diablo Immortal while watching this
the entire day, and the first genre is one that we're all very used to. It's none other than action.
Okay.
To kick everything off for the action games, it should be something very interesting for all of you. As somebody who watches Twitch, you're used to watching bottom feeders talk, but now we're going to watch bottom feeders fight. It's Prima Studios' brand new game, Knights of the Deep.
Okay, what do we got? Oh, God. Crab battle. Put Diablo over the chat. Not a bad idea. All right, let me kill this mob here. There. So the reason we're watching this, because I'm sure you're wondering what this is. OTK is a streamer group, an organization, full of a bunch of streamers that I don't actually watch. But the thing that's interesting here is that they put up a big, like, thing to fund an indie game that gets chosen, and they are showcasing games
honestly,
that are smaller than games that get showcased during SGF, like the indies of the indies.
Yeah, I think I'll actually be pretty good at this one as well.
So that's kind of the promise here,
really?
And that's why
I was playing video games.
A little excited to see what they show.
I thought we'd start off with this game just to give you a little bit of an idea of what we're going to be looking at here and the kind of things that we're going to be able to see. I'm actually really excited to see something like this because it's the same type of like battle royale type thing that we've seen in many other games, but it's taken to a completely ridiculously level, and I think it's amazing. So I'm pretty excited. Let's go to the next one.
I'm definitely ready to check out the next one, but also I want to hear what the Variety Gamers have to say about the crab combat in Knights of the Deep.
All right, thank you so much, Rich. This is the perfect group of people to talk about Knights of the Deep. Three of us have had plenty of crabs in our life. We've had them as pets. We eat them. We love them. We love just everything about fighting. And Chance, how do you feel about that game?
You know, all jokes aside, that game actually looks really fun. You know, it looks goofy, it looks ridiculous.
It honestly does look a little fun.
Shields, there's classes, it seems like there's serious mechanics.
Oh yeah,
lined up with the stupidity of it being crabs, but it looks fun.
Yeah. Also lobsters.
Lobsters too. Crustaceans.
Yeah,
I think.
Seer?
You're so smart, dude. I would have to completely agree with you on that one, Chance. It looks like a lot of fun. It's the kind of game that, you know, you put up Shroud on your third monitor, mute them, and you start going to Pound Town on this game. And I tell you what, I would likely roll each and every single one of you at that game. Yeah.
Wow.
So, what do you think?
I don't think that's true at all, but I will tell you what I think about the game. I love the creative jump on the game. they did a really good job with their creativity and taking a jump off the creative ledge that you don't really see often, and I like it.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good game.
Which crab do you think you guys?
Okay, first, you would not beat me.
Yeah, it would be so easy.
No, it wouldn't.
You actually are not that good at games. So that's just my hot take.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much for your insight, guys. And back to you, Rich.
Such a loser.
Thank you so much, Nick. It was great to listen to all the handsome guys on the panel and you. But everybody, if you want to check out Knights of the Deep, you can add it to your Steam wish list right now. And also, if it's a game that you think you like, you can do this throughout the day. You can hop in Discord and you can react in the Discord to the games that you like, and that's actually going to help them win the grants, which Asmund mentioned a little bit earlier. Keep that in your mind as we jump into the next game. It's from Neo Interactive, and it's called Samurai Zero.
I like Samurai. What do we got?
I made a pact with myself, I'll make it to Shambhala. Hope I'm invited, my frequency's like a golfer. I made a pact with myself, I'll make it to Shambhala.
Right.
They think that love is a song that goes like Luna.
Even in
Ryder and Luna.
the moon is always shining.
Forward.
Okay.
Elimination.
Is this Guns? Oh man, did any of you ever play Guns?
Victory.
Interesting.
Incredible.
Oh, stop.
Not my type of game.
I love how that one
but
looks,
pretty
but I'm
cool.
very excited because Asmund is with the lead producer of the game right now, Ethos, so we can find out more about everything Samurai Zero.
Now Guns with a Z at the
Hey,
end.
what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I mean, the trailer looks pretty cool. It's an interesting idea. What is this? What's the game about?
Sure. Yeah. So, thanks so much for having me. So, Samurai Zero, it's a multiplayer game, multiplayer PvP focused game. It's a third person. We're labeling it technically a tactical action hack and slash game, but that's too much. So we just say, okay, whatever. We're just gonna call it a fighting game.
Yeah.
And so it has this really cool layer where basically the world takes place in this science fantasy universe called Edo, which is basically inspired by Japanese Age of the Samurai with a little mix of little sci-fi and cyberpunk.
I think that's badass, man. Yeah, the entire just like the aesthetic of it is great, and you're talking about like having it in 3D, and I'm curious why you decided to go, because
What's up, Commander Ike?
games are all in 2D, and what made you want to go with 3D in this game?
Well, actually, what you just said is basically the answer. A lot of fighting games are in 2D, so we wanted to mix it up and try something a little bit different. So we created a 3D game, and a lot of the like advanced mechanics that the game has, whether it's like the advanced movement, where you can like wall run and you can dash, and whether you're doing the combat, which is all precision focused. I think our game's pretty unique in the fact that we actually don't have a lot of aim assist in the game and a lot of targeting systems. A lot of it's very precision based, so it's a lot of like actually landing your hits, and we do this thanks to using the PC as our main platform. We actually have a lot of control with your camera and where your character aims using the mouse, so creates a really unique, different take for fighting games, I think.
Yeah, if that's the case, I think some people could even almost use it as an aim trainer, the way you describe it. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah. And I think that fighting games, one of the most important things about them is kind of how they feel to play. And when will people be able to really get an opportunity
you think?
to actually feel how Samurai Zero plays?
Sure, yeah. So right now, what we have is, last year around this time, we had a playtest already. So people were able to get a little bit of taste of 1v1 with one of our characters, Ryder, which is the robot you saw in the trailer. He's a robot samurai, so it's pretty cool. Yeah. And the newest character, Luna, which we showed in this trailer, as well as a brand new map, which was Tower, and a bunch of brand new mechanics and features that we brought to the game within that time. We'll be showing to our Patreon people later, early next month, and then also later this year, we're going to be doing a full public playtest where players will be able to get their hands on it and try it themselves.
That sounds awesome, man. Yeah, I haven't really played a fighting game like this pretty much ever before, so I'm really excited to see where this game goes, and thanks a lot for coming on, and really look forward to see where the game goes.
Oh, no, thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. And if any of you guys want to add Samurai Zero to your Steam wish list, you can go ahead and do that now. But we're going to be on to the next game.
Yeah, let's hop right into it. The next one
I think
is
it looks
coming from
cool.
South Games, and this game is called S-Proxy.
S-Proxy or Ass-Proxy? Oh, we got a Hotline Miami like. Okay. You have my attention. Honestly, I think this looks kind of good. I kind of like this. I kind of like this style of game, though. Oh, you're thinking of a top and down perspective. June 23rd. Oh man, that's too soon.
That was the first game that we actually got to
looks
look
sick.
at today that had a release date attached to it. If you missed it, it's coming out June 23rd, so you can jump in and play. And if you want to right now, if you want to make sure that you don't miss the date, I'm terrible with calendars as well, you can add it to your Steam wish list, and you can check out an early download demo. So that's for S-Proxy. You can hop on Steam and check that out right now. But we're going to be taking a look at our first racing game of the day. It's from Axe and Gray Studios, and it's called Neo Dash.
It has some cool shit going on with it, though. Actually. Oh, it's FZero. No, it is Trackmania, actually. Okay, cool. Honestly, that looks kind of fun too. That looks neat.
All right, that one got my blood pumping a little bit. You can add it to your Steam wish list right now. And we got one more game left in this category. This one's coming from Angry Demon Studio. And I actually found this one on Asmon's wish list. He tends to like the furrier protagonist. It's gory, cuddly carnage.
Why does that sound familiar? Why isn't Hot Wheels in a humble monthly? Agreed.
Every morning is a blank canvas. Time to chase the dream and
yeah, I remember this one.
Not found. What the f was that?
Breach. Oh, breach. There's definitely a breach.
How are we supposed to get back to Earth? Wait a minute. What the f are you doing in there? It's serious. Now you just wait a minute there, pal. Let's talk about this over some nice nip. Come on, you want some nice nip, bud? Game face on.
Gory.
The perfect pet. It's coming time, mother.
So yeah, I am gonna play this. For sure. This is one that's been on my radar, actually.
watching unicorns.
Aw, so cute.
Man, that little guy's really not kidding around. But we had in the action category, we had lobsters, we had cats doing whatever Gory was doing there, we had samurais, we had racing games, we had just about everything. Asmund, what'd you think of the action section?
Honestly, man, like I've seen that trailer like 3 or 4 times now, and I think every single time I like it even more. It's like the fact that they had an actual like they have a track, like a song for it on top of that is just really, really cool. And obviously, guys,
I
we've
like
got
that
2
jingle.
other gaming experts, gaming wizards here. We've got Mizkif and Schlatt.
Hello.
Schlatt, what'd you think of it?
You know what, Asmund? I am super happy we're finally getting a game about murdering crabs and lobsters, so I can stop doing it in real
Yo,
life.
is this dude from Rhode Island? From Pawtucket?
Mizkif, what do you think?
Well, honestly, that Cuddly Carnage game that we just saw, I actually love that game. I think it is a super unique game that you don't really see often. I love the dubstep that they played. I thought that was honestly amazing. The game reminds me of somebody who doodled that in like 6th grade, and then all of a sudden this game became a reality.
It became a reality, yeah. Like after they got watching a little bit too much Invader Zim, and they just get too crazy.
Some edgy kid with a notebook and a dream.
Yep, and now it's a game. I think it's awesome. And the other game that I really want to talk about a lot is Neo Dash. Like straight up, like that is so cool.
That trailer.
The reason why I like it, it's like you watch the game and it's like hypnotic.
I'm gonna be real with you. These last 2 games,
like the old school
absolute
like
bangers, dude.
And I think it's just
This Neo
such a
Dash
cool
and
looking, visually appealing game.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot
Gory
of
or whatever, Cuddly
what's it
Carnage,
remind me of?
absolute
It reminds
fucking
me of
bangers.
Those like old school GameCube games
Yeah.
that I used to really enjoy. And this is the kind of game I feel like where I could just get lost for a few hours. sit
Hotline
there and
Miami
drive
one
around
was
the track,
cool.
super colorful, and then just enjoy the music. It's very nice.
And the one before that, the fighting game, is just not my.
Play it very, very casually. You
Just
can
not
just
my
kind of like
thing.
zen out on your
But
couch or
it-
something. But also, if you
If
want
it's
to go
your
really
thing, it
hard
seemed
on it,
kinda
I'm sure
neat.
there's going to be some crazy tracks
Or it
to
looks
challenge
great.
yourself on.
Legitimately,
What's your favorite game you've seen so far?
Honestly, probably the lobster one. You know what I feel like with the lobsters when it comes to that? You know what must have happened? But you know what they got?
I perfectly iframed through every single attack that boss did. Like, let's be honest, I did. I avoided every single thing perfectly.
What's going on?
What the fuck?
No.
Is this the lobster?
What is this? What? No, it's. Listen, guys.
Wait,
What?
did I just hear a second lobster?
Oh, is this like a meme?
Is this
I
one of
thought
your
somebody
favorite
fucked
game? I
up
hate
something.
this
Is this the lobster game?
Okay, gotcha.
No, it's
Is this
not.
the
They don't
lobster
have
game?
guns
This
in this
game
one.
looks worse.
Bro, this guy's got a sniper rifle in his mouth. I can't believe this.
Okay, so I can see where the inspiration came
Jesus
from.
Christ!
So is this?
I'm not sure this isn't a
Yeah.
fuck up. I don't think it's a fuck up. I think it's a joke.
It's real funny, guys, right? Yeah, it's real funny.
This
Oh
clip
my
probably has a
god!
million on YouTube.
Somebody's getting banned after this.
Yeah, this game is
somebody
honestly,
get
I
banned.
absolutely love this game. I think it is very funny and unique. I think it is, I love when developers always try to make things fun and interesting. Their trailer was fun. I liked the trumpet at the end was great.
Man, I feel kind of bad even saying this. I think that crab game for the fighting games looks better than the samurai
Where do they
one.
put the lobsters? Asma, where do they put the lobsters?
Well, don't they go in the ocean?
No, they have them in crane machines.
I don't know if that's like a shitty thing to say,
Like a toy, and they have a.
but
You're telling me you've never been to a seafood restaurant?
I think it looks
They
funner.
have
They
lobsters
have a
in a
little hand
crane
that goes
game
out.
underwater.
It grabs
submerged?
up the crawly boy.
Yes, and then
they
you
put them in
cook
a
it.
box.
No, if you win the lobster at the seafood restaurant, you eat it. Now imagine the life
Oh my
of that
God.
kind of crustacean who's been submerged in a little toy box.
Oh
a
my.
crane poking at him every day. That's who I think is.
actually, this lobster game legitimately does look kind of better than I was giving it
So they
credit
get
for.
taken from the crane game, they get put in this.
I feel
That's why
bad
they wanna
that
fight.
I
feel
kind
like
of
that's the kind
wrote
of
it
game
off.
that's like,
It looks kind of
it's gonna
fun.
be a really good stream game because of how absolutely ridiculous it is.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, off the wall. You got a lobster with a flamethrower. You got a lobster with a sniper rifle, a crab with a gun.
Yep, and you know what that game reminds me a lot of?
What's that?
Crabs Fighting Crabs reminds me a lot of when Rich did a subathon in my closet.
Inside jokes?
Yeah,
I guess. I'm sorry in advance. I'm not integrated in this like world of these streamers, so I don't get
Thanks, guys.
some of this
Appreciate it.
humor.
Thanks for having
Thank you,
us.
Aspen.
Absolutely.
So my apologies in advance.
What a time of memories that was. It was like a whole new realm of reality being in Mizkif's closet for that subathon. And this next genre brings you to new realities as well, kind of like being in Mizkif's closet.
Does he mean he was
Folks,
literally
get ready.
in
It's time
a
for an
closet,
adventure.
or is this like some weird like? Like, was he literally in a closet, I guess?
Folks, adventure games have a huge legacy, and these games are looking to continue that legacy. The first one is from Orion Games, Inc., and it's called Ardo.
Ardo? Wait, what? Oh, this looks kind of interesting. Of course I would have to be doing a fucking boss fight right now. Think biomes. Actually, you know what? Let's just fucking die. Who cares? I'm kind of interested to see what this is. Got some like side-scrolling sections, different like takes on the art style. Still kind of cohesive though. This looks kind of okay. I'm down for this. This is pretty cool, actually. This looks pretty cool. Ardo. That looks kind of sick. All right, let's open up Steam.
Well, Ardo definitely has a style unlike any of the games that we've seen so far today, and also it's an
Ardo.
open world game, which I did not mention before we dove in. If
There
it looks
is a
cool,
demo.
good news, you can play it early. You can download the demo right now on Steam. You can also add it to your wish
Done.
list for when it comes out. I just want to remind everybody at home, any
Both
of these
done.
games that you like, you can hop into the Discord, you can react to the games that you like the most, and it's going to give them a chance to win that grant that Asmon's going to be awarding at the end of the show. We got $50,000 and a beautiful PC.
Ardo looks
a
sick,
Razer
dude.
PC powered by Intel that the winners will
As long as
get
it
as well to
plays
continue
well,
developing their games and any future
that might be
games,
a winner.
which they do make. But let's
That might
hop
be a
into the
real
next
winner.
one. This one comes from Dapper Dog Digital, and it's called Biogun.
It's time.
Biogun is sick. Biogun's good. Yes, this one I've played the demo of.
To be
game
completely
looks-
honest, that
still
one
looks
reminds me of
great.
Mizkif's Closet as well. That one is also a Metroidvania.
I don't get
You
this
can
joke.
Add it to your Steam wish list, and there is a demo available. So that is another game that you will be able to play today. I love Metroidvanias. The progression in them is always very enjoyable. And
He's
our next
right.
one is a roguelike. It's the first roguelike that we've taken a look at today. It's from Stroll Art Studios, and it's called Below the Stone.
Blow the stone? Oh, I've actually seen screenshots and shit of this. This I'm not too interested in. bet Ben would like this. I would not be surprised if he did. I could see it. Yeah, not my thing necessarily. If it's yours, it looks fine. I could see people
rocks.
enjoying that.
And Below the Stone is one of those games where I know Asmon pretty well. This is the type of art style that I think really resonates with us. Anytime that you get to see a game with that pixel art, kind of brings you back. You start to remember some of the memories. So for Below the Stone, you can actually
get to
already
remember
add it
some
to
of the
your Steam
memories.
wishlist. But when we're talking about that art style, I know I want to learn a little bit
So
more.
true.
Luckily, Asmon is going to be talking to the lead artist, Mike Stallart, right now.
Thanks, Rich. Yeah, I mean, you're definitely right. I see that art style, and I go right back to 1998, running through, like, Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past, or something like that. I absolutely love it. And thank you so much, Mike, for coming on and sharing your game with us. And my understanding is you guys had a really interesting journey becoming and
I love to have
coming the Expo
memories,
today.
not me, dude.
And what's the game development?
I spent a lot of money and time
been
trying to
like for
get
you?
away from them.
It's hard to wrap it up in a small little segment, right? It's like we started myself. I didn't go to college or anything for this. I was kind of just going into it as raw as possible, right?
I like it.
I started by kind of inviting. I started with just my art, right? And invited a couple people to join me. Andrew being one of them, our lead programmer. And he, we worked on Below the Stone for a while. We needed a composer for our Kickstarter later on. So we ended up picking up a composer, Coramond. We actually failed our first Kickstarter.
What are the chances that Bo
what I learned
is going to be
though,
on
right,
here?
is just putting yourself out there, like, is a huge win.
Or 9
right?
souls.
It's not about, like, the money in Kickstarter. It's really about, like, people who are
Those
fans
sick-ass looking
that make your
Metroidvanias, the
game
hand-drawn
success,
ones.
right? And we ended up getting, like, hundreds of new fans from this Kickstarter. And eventually publishers even started contacting us. In fact, kind of funny story with our publisher. Our relationship, I started by blocking them. I don't know if I should share that, but
That's smart.
Yeah, very smart move by me. But I started by originally they contacted me. I accidentally I didn't know who they were. I blocked them. Then they contacted me again, blocked them again, and then I was like, and then they found my Facebook out of nowhere, right?
Oh my God!
I was like, whoa.
Stalkers.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, Facebook. All right, maybe they have something to say. So then, I realized these guys were serious about our game, and they saw what we were trying to make was as important as how we thought of it as, right? And then we realized, this is kind of like a perfect fit for us. It really kind of huge, every step of the way, it's just been kind of like a twist and a turn, and hundreds of different directions for this game.
Well, I bet that must have been pretty reassuring whenever you have publishers reaching out to you like that and being so insistent about it, going and doing whatever they need to do to talk to you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, seriously, and these guys are great too. Everybody, I used to not like publishers at first, but then I realized, these guys are real. These guys are real people, and then, it worked out.
Yeah, I bet it seems like it has. Obviously, it has. So, you're talking about this game. It's like it's got the pixel art a little bit to it, but it's also got a roguelike element. How does this game play?
So
good question.
Where we kind of separate ourselves from other roguelikes is we actually make it so crafting and equipping gear is actually important to your character. There's actually a long-term progression, whereas other roguelikes, what they do is kind of you go down until it's almost like a Diablo-esque where you go down, you die, and then you start over. Then you go down, die, and start over. Go down, die, and start. And that's super repetitive in roguelikes. So the way we do it is we make it so every time you descend, you can actually bring resources back with you to this kingdom area, and you can actually use that gear to progress further in the game. You can wear this stuff, but every time you go down, right,
it's like Rogue Legacy.
So every time you go down, you're risking that stuff that you're wearing, right?
I see.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a twist on like how normally roguelikes do it. So every time you're going down, you're risking everything that you're bringing down with you.
So if
from
you
all your
die, you
past
lose the
adventures
stuff?
and everything. Yeah, if you die, you lose all the stuff on your character.
Oh
right?
my god. That's
Yeah, so
that's
you have to-
intense.
yeah. So you can spend like hours crafting all this gear, right?
Yeah.
You're wearing it. You decide to take on the boss, and then you realize like, oh, I don't know how this guy works. And then you start learning the pattern. You're like, oh shit, I don't know if we're allowed to curse on stream. That would have been the first one.
It's okay.
But yeah. But anyway, yeah, it's like every time you go down, it's like kind of like a new adventure. We have 50 biomes we're planning. We want to make it so like every time you go down, like it's going to be like a completely new kind of adventure every time you go down.
Okay, so yeah, like you go down, you have no idea what's going on. It kind of almost reminds me of a game like Rust, like a super high stakes game. And if you get killed, you lose all your stuff. And I know how crushing that is, but it's also like really, really intense. I think back like things like games I played on that like 2 years ago, I still remember them. So I'm really excited. And if people want to enjoy your project, and they want to support it, where can they go?
Well, they can go to belowthestone.com. Okay. We got a Discord. I'm going to be sitting in the voice channel after this. If you want to, wishlist the stream, great. Wishlist the stream, guys. But also wishlist Below the Stone on Steam. But yeah, I also want to say hi.
This game is totally not for me.
I wanted to say hi for a long time, but
I hope this guy makes it.
Well, thanks a lot for coming on, man. Yeah, the game looks really cool, exciting.
It is not for me.
I like how it's a new take on the whole roguelike thing, especially with a graphic style that I think a lot of other people kind of around our age resonate with really well. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. And again, guys, if you want to add Below the Stone to your Steam wish list, go on ahead. And again, I want to say that whenever we're doing these games, make sure that you go on to Discord. If you all want to vote on the games that you like the most for this developmental grant money to go to, please go ahead and do that and use the Discord, and you guys can vote whenever you want. But anyway, we'll go back and look at some more games.
Yeah, definitely excited to do that, and I think it's really cool to hear that new take on roguelikes. Maybe you see overworld progression sometimes, but actually taking a risk, trying to push a little bit further. I'm definitely looking forward to checking that game out, but we have one more game left in the category. It's from
Seems
Bedtime
cool,
Digital
if you like
Games.
that.
Let's take a look.
Not for me.
Figment 2, Creed Valley.
Right, what do we got? Okay.
Seatbelts are for the weak.
What?
The chemtrails will kill us. Climate change won't affect me. I can still drive 'cause it's only my fear.
This song.
This isn't going to help anyone.
Tigers make the greatest pets. Video games can't be musicals.
I like this like kids book illustration style.
A silent fight is a wasted opportunity.
Okay, enough already.
Nobody knows all the trouble we see, but we're all firm beliefs, and someday we will be set free.
One more time from the top team.
Looks kind of cool. Yeah, it looks like Bastion, but cell shaded. True.
You can add that to your Steam wish list right now, but let's talk about all the games that we actually saw in this category. I'm going to throw it up to the second best gamer in OTK, NMP LOL.
Okay, Rich, excuse me. If I'm not the first best, then who's the first best? Sorry, we're getting distracted here. Clearly, I'm the best gamer. We just saw a whole bunch of awesome adventure games. Ardo, Biogun, Below the Stone, Figment 2. I loved them all. Chance, what was your favorite?
That's not how we're supposed to do it.
We can.
Okay. Well, out of all of those, I was going to say Ardo was my favorite initially.
Perfect.
Yeah, Ardo looked cool.
I like the hack and slash, the colors being splashed around as you're kind of running through. You can see that it's
Man, Ardo
white
looks so
bland, as your
sick,
character
though.
moves on, it kind of unloads all those beautiful colors. But not also the combat looks fluid. It looks good. It looks like a really solid hack and slash, along with just looking gorgeous. But I'm a little torn because after hearing the dev with Below the Stone, that looks really good. I like gear. gear is so satisfying to receive. I don't know, maybe Ardo has it too, but I'm torn. You know, all the games look really good.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick, I'd go with Ardo.
Seer, how'd you feel about Ardo?
So Ardo is absolutely beautiful. I love that it's got a riveting soundtrack as well. I'm somebody that, like, I need to have my headphones on. I want to feel like I'm inside that game. I want my ears being, pounded by good riveting soundtrack.
Hey, yo.
But as Chance said, Below the Stone, you can craft your own gear after hearing the dev. It's like a survival hardcore roguelike.
You don't even know what he was talking about.
I don't think you know what he was. You're chatting, I respect it, though. I'm more of a, like, Creed Valley type of guy.
Yeah.
The soundtrack, it sounds like a bedtime story that you never want to end,
Really?
Some cool shit.
So Creed Valley, Figment 2, that was your favorite one?
I say it's my favorite because of the soundtrack. Like, the soundtrack makes you glue your eyes on the screen. Like, it makes you want to pay attention to what's going to happen next. So,
yeah. It was cute. It was adorable, Figment had some really... we're talking about Figment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had some really cute music. You see the little scene where he's walking over the piano.
Yep.
It's very music-driven.
Crisp animation, voice acting. And I look forward to winning all of these games as well, Chance.
Yeah.
You literally don't even know what you...
A lot of these are adventure games. You can't really beat other people in it.
I feel like y'all gaming time has passed. Everybody at this table is like 40 plus.
Bro, no, excuse me. Excuse me. I am really good at video games. Okay. But no one asked, but my favorite game actually so far of the 4 is actually Below the Stone. Like Chance and the progression and just being able to, get gear, craft gear. And then, I just learned from the...
I have a feeling Below the Stone is going to be really big on Twitch for a week or two.
Really, really, really exciting.
It was interesting to see his take on the roguelike, and I'll like to see how that plays out. But another game that did stand out...
I think that's going to be a good
Biogun
stream
looks
game.
Good. It's got that Metroid feel that a lot of people tend to love.
Yeah.
Why are people not talking about Biogun?
Boss fights are the
dope.
most important part of these kind of games, and they look solid. There's a little bullet hell kind of dodging here and there. The gameplay looks fun. I get some Super Meat Boy vibes, which is a solid platformer, just kind of based on the looks of it. I saw the clip of the doctor injecting the
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't understand
so
that
the theme of it is
vibe
also
at all,
awesome.
but
Music is good. Looks like a solid game.
Yeah, this game actually reminds me of an old school game like Mega Man, like back when
y'all was old.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I think it's 43 or
He
something.
just proved my point.
So Bruce, how do you feel about Biogun there, huh?
I like it.
Yeah?
It reminds me of a computer lab game I used to play in 5th grade.
So about 45 years ago?
No.
Yesterday?
I don't want to do quick math. That's kind
Okay.
of embarrassing.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick, which game here is more likely to keep you up past 8 p.m.?
Excuse me. This set is sick. Wait. How have I not noticed until now that they have a legit set for this shit? Jesus Christ.
Well, okay. We're not going to turn this into making fun of me, okay? I'm 27 years old, okay? I'm young.
Did you die soon?
This set is insane.
Okay. Guys, remember, chat, if you guys want to, you guys can...
I just want to remind you guys, one of the last, big conferences that we watched on this channel here together was, I think, the Future Games show, where it was 2 voice actors for Jill and Carlos from Resident Evil 3 remake, I think. Oh, no, I think Ashley Birch was one of them, actually, for this last one. On their webcams. That was the last Expo thing we watched on here. This is insane.
Can vote for your favorite in Discord. Right now it's OTK Network Discord. Make sure you go in there and vote. Yeah, I think we're ready to get a quick sandwich, go to the bathroom.
Good job, Nick.
And,
Who would have thought that
yeah,
Twitch
we'll
streamers
right
would
back
be
after
rich as
these,
fuck?
Commercials.
I think these are some of the
We just got
biggest
to
on the
watch
platform.
a little peek from one of our
So,
sponsors
it makes
about
sense.
eating brains, but now we have a whole game category.
You wonder if they rent an esports arena? Well, they're partnered with an esports thing,
For the glowing
so yeah,
brains. It's
it
one
probably
of my favorite
is. You're probably
types
right.
of games. It's none other than strategy. When we're actually looking at these strategy games, we have a huge
This set is
list of
ridiculous.
very
This is definitely an
games, so I'm
esports
excited to just peel through this
setup.
category.
You're
The first
100%
one is
right.
unlike anything I've really ever seen before. Asman and I have spent a lot of time talking about this one. It's from Tucana Interactive, and it's called Dwarf Romantic.
Oh, Dwarf Romantic. This is an I Am 3D Homer joint. Again, this is not my game style. Been out in 1.0 since April. I wonder why it's here then. Oh, okay. They're just straight up saying full release is out. Okay. Fair.
That one looks really relaxing to play. I'm very excited to actually check it out. The first time that we watched that trailer with Asman, he actually turned to me and he went, "Wow, dude, look at that tree, dude. Wow." Right.
It was cool.
It's a cool
game, man.
Yeah.
What can I say?
That was a pretty good impression.
Right now. It's already available on Steam, so you can go ahead and download it. But we got a little bit more to look at inside of the strategy category. This one's coming from Sunspear Games, and it's called Immortal Gates of Pyre.
Immortal Gates of Pyre. 5 gods stars smolder in blood, they're the lords of their time, indelible and immortal. Wait, what? They released an RTS in 2022? Are they insane? Why would you do this?
Slows down, and this is an awful fight for Santa. He's got to get back into the protection, but I'm not sure that's going to be enough.
Spend his money on a Citadel. This could be a really good opportunity.
Snipes! 4 strikes coming down through the whole army. It's all Lone Stalkers, and now they're all dead. One more in the main, and there's no alloy coming in because there's been Safari in the back of the base.
There's no HP.
Nothing at all.
The Safari.
Oh my god.
The Safari
We're just going to snake it out at the last possible moment.
Oh my god.
God.
Getting to take a look at an RTS game definitely gets me very excited. I don't think I'd be standing in this arena right now if it wasn't for the RTS genre and everything that it did do for esports. So getting to look at a game following in that legacy, very, very inspiring. But we also get to talk to the game director, Coulter, and he is with Asman right now. Let's hear about the RTS.
I'm interested why an RTS.
Hey, what's going on, Coulter? How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. It's good to be on
I mean,
stream.
obviously
it's good to have you here. I mean, honestly, it's been a long time since we had an RTS game come out. I mean, I'm sure you remember just as well as I do. There's the new Command & Conquer every single year, a new Age of Empires. Now there's not a whole lot anymore. So what inspired you to make this game?
So we started right when the big dip in RTS being released happened, and it just it basically
like
came
10 years
down
ago?
to we absolutely wanted to make a game you could share with your friends, right? Like smashing armies with a friend, seeing stuff blow up in that big spectacle way. That's something we tried to do, but people just kept bouncing off the difficulty curve. I mean, sometimes RTSs are infamous for it, and that's something we set out to solve so that like you could share with your friends or you could have fun in this genre in a way that you haven't been able to do before. So that's really what it was all about.
2017.
And now we're seeing a renaissance.
All right, fair.
There are so many RTS games in development,
Fair enough.
some of them very big titles, and so we are working to redefine what RTS means to so many people who have felt excluded from the genre, while still delivering that hardcore competitive experience for people who want that.
Well, like whenever you talk about like, differentiating yourself from like the other games, and like you're definitely right. Like I think that what is StarCraft? You have
Like
to have 180
Halo Wars 2?
APM
Oh,
or something
probably.
like that. Now it's insane.
That sounds like
it's
one of them.
crazy how high the skill gap gets with these RTS games. So what's different about Immortal versus a lot of these other strategy games? Like, can you get into a little bit of that?
Yeah, so
Oh my God,
during
I
that
just got blown
time
the fuck up.
early on in our development, we were really focused on, okay, how can we deliver that depth? We've seen other people attempt to make the genre more accessible, and they'll lose the magic in the process by oversimplifying. And so this was a massive effort to really see, okay, can we do this? Can we get the silver bullet we haven't seen before? And so this was really a community thing. We started as a team of modders. We added...
I mean, I think the only person in here
but ultimately,
that cares
got that
at all
hardcore
about
delivering experience
RTSs anymore,
with that
even if he
much more
does,
fun
is
to jump
Homer. So,
into it.
Homer, what do you think of
You
this?
only need to know 3 buttons to play Immortal and have fun.
Okay.
We let you get to the fun with 3 buttons, which is just completely unlike what's come before.
That's
yeah,
kind
that's
of
definitely
interesting.
A great thing. I think that especially like, I mean, even games like Age of Empires that seem like super simple, they become incredibly complex by how seriously the players make them and everything like that. And I guess I want to ask, like, so for strategy fans, anybody like that, how can they support this project?
So the thing that they can do is tune into our Discord. We're in closed alpha right now. There are keys going out via the streamers that we work with and via our Twitter. So the Discord should be posted in the chat here. So jump in there, check out what's going on. And because we're that community-oriented company, we really want to get your feedback, your first impressions, and if you get a key, your first experiences.
You know, I think that makes a lot of sense, especially since you're a team of modders and everything. So you're very used to kind of taking something and then, you know, appreciating that feedback and that iteration. And so that's really great to hear. Thanks a lot for coming on, Culture. I really appreciate it, and good luck with the game.
Thank you.
I'm really happy to see these kinds of games, man. I am. Like, it's been a long time since we've had some strategy games come out, and it's nice to see them.
Yeah, and there's so many different, like, kind of subgenres inside.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think
there's
what's starting to happen at least. So yeah,
there's kind of
guys,
no
join the
reason
Discord
to
if you want
not.
to be a fan of Immortal, and we'll go on to the next one.
Yeah, you talk about all the different subgenres that are going on inside of strategy. We're going to be taking a look right now at a tower defense. It's called Spirits of the Elements, and it's from Hippo Rider Games.
Spirits of the Elements. Okay. A tower defense? Okay. Sure. I haven't played a tower defense in a while. Okay. I do like skill trees. Building walls of some sort. Okay.
Looking forward to taking more of a look at a tower defense as well to try to see, you know, how many mobs are actually coming out at a time, how the game actually all comes together.
Oh, I think that looks really cool, especially the fact that you can change the lanes. Like, there's not a lot of tower defense games that let you do that unless you go to like Warcraft 3 custom games or something like that. So, yeah, I think it looks really cool.
Yeah, it's been a little while since we have seen.
I'm not going to pay $14 for that.
Soon. We're
Sorry.
going to get to talk about these games, but we have one more inside of this genre, and it's from Tragsoft, and it is called Coramond.
Coramond? Yeah, no, I mean, I was somewhat interested in this. Yeah, this is out. Yep. Didn't this come out at like the end of January or something? This came out a few months ago. Is it any good? Was it me? March.
Coramond is now available for download on Steam, so if you want to check it out, you can do just that. But I want to check out all of these games just a little bit more, and lucky for us, Asmon is standing by with Emaru and Tectone to talk about everything that we saw in strategy.
I mean, I'll have to say, I am, to be completely honest, like, I'm really excited for Immortal. Like, I think that game looks really cool, and as somebody who played a lot of StarCraft 2 whenever it first came out, and all RTS games from like the 2000s and the 90s, I am just super hyped about it. But what do you guys think? Emmy, what do you think?
I think the game that stands out to me most is Spirits of the Elements. I've always been a big fan of TD games since I was a kid playing balloons in the computer lab, and I think that something that separates good TD games from okay ones is visuals and sound effects, and there was a lot going on in that trailer that was
like
very,
badass explosions.
Yeah, like it really draws you in.
Yeah, 100%. Tectone, what do you think?
For me, the price.
I wanted to see innovation and modernized version of the classics,
Yeah.
and that's what I saw. People have been saying that gaming's been dead for years. Today, I feel like a little bit of life was breathed into the whole gaming sphere.
Nobody's
I think
been
that's one
saying
of the best
that.
things about going and looking at a lot of these indie games is that people have like these ideas, and it can be small studios. You have games like Vampire Survivors, right? 1-2 guys make this game. It's a massive hit. Everybody plays it, and that's really what we try to do with the whole event.
Honestly,
we try to put a spotlight on games.
if I
and think the next
valued
one of those, and honestly,
tower
I think
defense games
looks
more,
really cool,
I'd
too.
probably buy this.
I played a
but
little bit of Balloons.
For me, the
before,
value's
and,
not there.
I got to the expert stage.
That's just
I
me,
kept
though.
I got my ass beat. I'm gonna be honest, and I stopped playing the game. I got so upset, and so I might try this one out too, just to see what it's like.
And like gameplay is super important to me, but like, dude, I'm 1 year older than NMP,
Yeah.
and that dude's been having a midlife crisis for about a decade now. So like, I'm not too worried about the gameplay anymore. I want to hear good soundtracks and art style. Ardo, oh my God, looked amazing. As
Yeah.
well as what Figment 2 looked beautiful, and the soundtrack of what Beneath the Rock.
Yeah,
there's been some real good shit.
Yeah. I think the sound and everything like that does really make a big difference. Is that, like, especially like what Emmy you were talking about with like having the graphics and like the
Right.
explosions, just having them be visually appealing. Like this stuff happens, it's on the screen and it just pops off. Like
has
that's
to be
so
satisfying.
Yes,
Yeah.
like the visual appeal of Neo Dash 2, good lord.
Yeah.
It
Oh
looked
my.
beautiful.
I think this is really funny because like you probably sat up here like we're talking about like just a certain amount of games, strategy games, bro. You're bringing up all the games.
Oh yeah,
Like,
dude,
you're
I'm
ready to
getting
talk about
sensory
this.
overloaded. There's been so many bangers, man. I'm sorry.
He's not wrong. There's been a
understand that.
lot
I
of
feel the
actually
same way,
real
man.
cool
like,
ones.
I'm very, very excited, especially as I said, especially the Immortal game, right? Like I see this and it reminds me of like, you know, StarCraft 2. It gives me that same vibe, and I am just so excited to see that. Especially
The Immortal
like, I'm
game.
really
He forgot the
curious, you know,
name.
like what do they mean about like making it easier to do, right? Like what's the micro in this game? How do you have to play it? Like what's it really about? And that's what I'm really curious about as well.
Yeah, like with the tower defense too. Like I have
Yeah.
no idea how they're gonna do. What is that? Open lane tower defense?
Yeah.
I've never seen that ever.
I have no idea. Yeah, I haven't played hardly any tower defense games at all, but I've done like I guess a little bit of the Warcraft 3 ones, and then also the balloons. And as I said, every single time I do it, I just try to make a bunch of the most powerful units, and then whenever that stops working, I usually rage quit the game. So I'm curious to see how far I'll go
You
with
have
this.
to try new strategies.
Yeah, that's the part where it doesn't work because I beat my head on the wall until I break through. You know, but there's some games that just don't let me
Hey,
do that.
same, though,
And,
usually.
I'm excited, especially whenever you have like these more off-the-wall solutions, because I think really what you know, Tectone, you were saying about like gaming being dead, right? What does that really mean?
Nobody
It means like
says
the
that.
ideas that people have had for like let's say 15
No
years.
serious
Tower
people
defense,
say
right?
that.
It's something that like for the first time you think to yourself, you know what? Maybe it doesn't actually have to play like that. Maybe you know we don't need to have like established lanes. Maybe it doesn't need to do this exact thing. Same with Immortal.
Exactly, because like there's a lot of companies that are like afraid to innovate. Like we're like why?
And I say that as somebody playing Diablo Immortal.
But, like, I think we've seen a lot of innovation tonight, 100%.
Oh, I'm very excited. I certainly am. Like I think I might try I'm probably gonna play that Elements game. I am.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna see what it's like. Yeah, absolutely. But guys, I want to say again is that just make sure that you guys vote for the games that you guys enjoy a lot. We're gonna have the Discord link again in chat. It's on the OTK Network Discord because, as I said before, $50,000 as well as some PCs.
Honestly, I should probably vote for
Intel
one.
We're going to be provided for you all today, and for these.
I'm kind of interested to see who's winning.
So
and stuff too,
anyway, I'm pretty much good. Hey, how do you guys feel about them?
Good.
Yeah, I'm excited.
All right. Well, Rich, go on ahead. I'm ready.
Yeah, you know, I'm very excited for this next genre. As somebody who's been told that he looks like Luigi his entire life, the next category
Platformers.
definitely really does resonate with me. It's time for platformers.
You know, I could see Luigi. I could see it.
This next one also resonates with me as well because when you actually do look at how the controls work, the legs are going to be even more awkward than my jokes. It's Lockpickle's new game, Robotry.
Botry? Robotry? How the hell? Robotry, maybe? Okay, what do we got? Oh, weird. It's a heave-ho. Or a triachnid. Or clop. Our style looks cute.
I've always been a huge fan of games like Robotry, where you actually do have to overcome the movement. Played a lot of QWOP and games like that. So excited to see everything Robotry will bring to the table. You can add it to your Steam wishlist right now so you can see as soon as it is available. Now, the next game is unlike anything that we've seen yet today. It's from Biscuit Locker, and it's called the Catbox Paradox.
Hatbox Paradox. Oh, Schrodinger. A personal favorite of mine. Wait. Wait, what? The fuck? Is this Ikaruga in a cat platformer? Catbox Paradox.
I'm really
All right,
cheering
you
for
have
that
my
little
attention.
guy. When you actually do watch the cat running around, you think about the Schrodinger paradox and how it's both alive and dead at the same time, much like my streaming.
$5 American is the correct
Do
price.
get to hear more about the game's development. This is one of the most heartwarming
This came out
stories that I actually got
already
to
as
hear
well.
leading into the Games Expo. Asmon's going to be talking to both of the devs right now. They're named Mr. Ben and Mr. Bobs, and they actually put this game together right around the beginning of COVID as a way to kind of stay in touch. I don't want to say too much about it. I'll let them actually talk about the creation of the game. And you can actually download Catbox Paradox right now. It's available for download on Steam, so if you want to check it out during the Games Expo, you can go ahead and do that before we take even this deeper look at what went into the development process and what the game's all about and what the goal actually was for making this game, because like I said a little bit earlier, it really is one of those games that going into the Games Expo, we heard the story about the game's development, and that was one of the reasons that we did want to put it into the spotlight and actually get to check it out. We only have 3 games as well in the platformer category, so after we check out this interview, we're going to be jumping into the last one. And we have a few more genres as well. We're going to take a look at some of the genres that we are going to be looking at today as we get ready for that interview. We already, I think, covered about 4 of them. Next up, we're going to be taking a look at party games. From there, we're going to be taking a look at shooters as well. And I believe after that, we're going to be getting into the simulation games. I'm very excited to check out that category and see everything that Seer has to say about that. But when we do put our attention back on the platformers, we have a lot of surprises in the final game as well. And for the Catbox Paradox, we do have that interview getting ready very shortly here with Asmongold. So I can see Asmongold right now, very excited to get his chance to actually talk about it. Asmon, what did you think about that game?
I thought it was cool, man. Like, I gotta go back and watch the trailer. So the cat goes black and white back and forth. I think that's pretty, like, I've never seen something that does that before. And I think it's an interesting game. I think that's one of the most, the coolest things.
Is he high?
These games is like taking a completely new idea, a completely new perspective on something, and trying something that, especially, I think one aspect of this that's really underplayed is the visual identity of it, because
course,
it
on
looks
one
very
pirate
appealing. It looks like something that you've never really seen something like that before in the same way. Obviously, like the graphics, again, it like I forgot who it was that mentioned this. It was Bruce talking about games they played in a computer lab in 5th grade. I think I was doing a lot of that back whenever I was about high school at that time. And so yeah, I love these games. I think they're really cool.
who's only seen
and especially
10
whenever they
videos.
have like a cool little gimmick like that gives you a little bit of like kind of a back and forth. And the co-op game, jumping around and everything, you like that?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those games where instantly you're going to see a lot of streamers play it and they're going to freak out. Like, you'll even see the people who, as much as they try, they stream, but they're not necessarily good at games. Like Quinn, I am currently better than him at Diablo. It's not a huge deal. But you know what is a huge deal? How great the Catbox Paradox does look. I just got word that the interview is ready. Asmon, let's actually learn about the game.
All right, yeah, I'm very excited about this. So thank you all very much, Mr. Ben and Mr. Bobs, for joining us. And I'm really kind of curious. I've heard that you
Mr.
all have
Ben and
interesting
Mr. Bobs
story of how you became, became friends, and when you guys started making games together. So how did it all happen?
Hi. We started making games when we were children, back in school, and we made games on the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. We programmed them in BASIC, and we released them on tape.
Oh wow!
So a long time ago.
Yeah.
And then it was a brief hiatus of 30 years, I think, and then we thought we'd have a go again. So we took up Godo during lockdown and tried to make a game. And, kind of prototyped a few ideas, and then it just kind of went on from there, really.
That is crazy. So 30 years y'all went on hiatus, came back, you make this game, it's on the Expo and everything. That's a cool story. I like that a lot. What's the game about? Is like the cat, like it changes colors?
He's definitely high.
How's
yeah,
it work?
absolutely. Absolutely. So as you mentioned, it's based on the Schrödinger's cat paradox about a cat being both simultaneously dead or alive, and we've sort of symbolized that with the black and white colors.
Is this E3?
So during the game, you can switch using just to switch between the black cat and the white cat. And as a black cat, you can't touch anything that's white, and as a white cat, you can't touch anything that's black. Although that's quite a simple mechanic overall, we've really had fun trying to see sort of where that idea can take us, and we've hopefully come up with lots and lots of ideas, making a kind of fast-paced and fun little, with lots and lots of variety as well, a little platform game.
I think it looks pretty cool. Like I can see it being one of those things where it's like it seems really simple to do, and then whenever you actually start playing the game,
Ikaruga cat. That's what I said, dude.
And so I'm pretty excited to see that. Absolutely. And what really was your goal with making this game?
Really, just have a bit of fun and challenge yourselves and sort of make something.
Really having a bit of a laugh.
And in that kind of era. But obviously we couldn't. And then nowadays it's so much easier, and so much better.
This is
so yeah,
weed
it was really
free.
just to have a bit of fun, and we got a lot of positive feedback from playtesters.
Bit of a giggle.
And players.
I mean, a
we
bit of
just
a
thought,
giggle,
well,
mate.
We should put it out there.
That is honestly, like, for me personally, I think that's really cool because whenever I was a kid, I did like animation and other types of stuff like that. And it's like, back then, the technology you had was just like so much worse. So like going back and seeing what people are capable of doing now and like really kind of finishing the unfinished is really awesome. So thank you guys so much. And the game is available right now on Steam. Is that right?
That's right.
Oh, this is where I need to be.
Awesome. Okay, yeah. So if anybody wants to go and play Catbox Paradox, you can go ahead and do that right now on Steam. Thank you very much, Mr. Bob.
I think the game
Mr.
looks
Dan.
actually pretty
I appreciate
good.
it. And good luck with the future of your game.
Thanks, Ray. Thank you.
I think it looked pretty
Man,
good,
like,
honestly.
I think that is like, I think that's really cool. Like
5,000
two
subs
of my
and I
friends,
played on
whenever
the
we were
stream.
in, like on summer vacation, we made these like animation games together, and I don't know, it's like very nostalgic for me to see that, even though it's never really happened to me. It's just like I remember how cool that was, and seeing two guys come together and do that after so many years is just very personal for me.
Yeah, no, it's a great thing to see, and also when you start to look at the mechanics of it as well, that simple mechanic has a lot of potential to really just change how the entire game does work. But we have one more game here in our platformers that we are going to be talking about, and for this one, I don't know what else to say besides the fact that my excitement is almost as huge as its creator's ego. This one is made by Mizkif, and it's called Unrooted. If you want to stay up to date with,
I'm gonna be real.
Worse, so,
I
like,
missed.
going back and
I missed
great
that.
thing to see, and
Okay.
if you want to stay up to date with everything with this game, you can follow him on Twitter right now at UnrootedGame. And we're going to get to talk to the developer of the game just a little bit more, Mizkif. He's sitting with Asmin and Emaru right now. Let's hear about Unrooted.
Yeah, this game has actually been a passion project for the past 2 years. I'm actually kind of nervous about this because I know people have been asking about this game. I've gotten hundreds of Reddit posts. Asmin, is that really what you're going to look like when I'm shouting out my game?
Oh, no, I was thinking about something else, that's all.
Anyway, back to what I was saying.
This guy's a game
lot of people
developer?
have been asking about this game, and I'm super excited to finally talk about it. Basically,
I've
how
seen
it happened
videos
is
of this guy yelling
at an
about
airport,
Mario
and I was
64.
playing platformers. I've been playing platformers pretty much every day for the past few years. I love Jump King. I love other platformers. Jump King is really good. And I always wanted to be able to make one of these games. I always wanted to create one, and I thought the best way to do it was with my community. But it wasn't. Because what happened was I hired a bunch of people from my community, and they all lied about what their resumes were, and they actually couldn't do anything.
Oh, yeah, I've done that before, yeah.
So I had to rehire a bunch of people, and I was able to hire an amazing team from my community still. We have some crowd favorites, this girl named Courtney, she's in my chat right now, and we have Coaster Music as well, who made a lot of the music in the game. And it's just been a crazy project for the past 2 years. I never knew how expensive making a game really was.
So speaking of expensive, how many microtransactions are you going to have in the game?
Well, I was getting to that. So right now, it's an expensive game. We will have NFTs available right after this.
Okay.
So if you guys want to follow the Unrooted Twitter, it is Unrooted Game on Twitter, I believe. But yeah, it's just a passion project that we've been working on. The artwork is fantastic.
So yeah, anyway,
So,
guys,
yeah,
Uprooted.
Asmund,
I
that
think
cat
it's great.
game. Cat game?
The cat, I like the cat game too. Like
yeah, cool
honestly,
platformer mechanics.
I think it was like a really cool like back and forth where you could go into black and white, and it was like life and death. And
Anybody who knows in chat, is this like a joke? Like, what's the joke here? Is the joke that like, is he actually creating this game? Or is this like, and they're like being rude about? I don't understand what's going on here.
and all that kind of stuff. It was a really, really new idea that just completely changed everything.
Yeah, I like the
and
zero gravity stuff on the platforms.
Yeah, you go up in the air and you fly around. I mean, Miz, the Catbox game was good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Catbox game was very good. I like the devs. They're very nice. My devs are actually great too. But the cat game was fantastic. I love it. I think chat's going to love this one. It's very creative, and the devs working together, it's a very nice story.
It's a very nice story. I certainly like it a lot. And all right, okay, no memes. That's the first time I really saw the trailer. It actually looks pretty good, dude.
You right?
Yeah, it looks awesome.
It actually looks good.
So
like,
okay, so
copied,
the game is serious then, and they were just doing that because they're friends with him, and they were okay. I mean, I'm sorry, I just have no fucking
Ori and the
idea.
Blind Forest, because that game sold really well.
That's good because you just do something that somebody else does.
Yeah.
So it's like your stream.
Okay.
Exactly. You're talking to me.
Hey.
I know you're going to react to this when you go home.
No, of course I will. Yeah, I'll be like, wow, that was a good joke. I was really funny there. Yeah, true. True myself. Exactly.
But yeah, chat, for any of these games that you guys see right now, you can head over to the Discord, which is, I believe, the OTK Discord. Go head over there. There is a panel or a place you can vote for all the games. Like Asmund said, first place gets $30,000. I believe second place gets $20,000, right?
Yep, and they both get a
That's awesome.
a Razer PC that's got Intel inside of it too. Intel stuff is powered by Intel. I think that's a lot, especially, I mean, PC is getting a whole gaming PC now, especially, I don't know really how bad the clip shortage is.
This is
now,
legitimately
but
the
it's
thing
over
that got me
$1,000.
interested in
That's a lot of
this.
money.
The
So
fact that they're
people
like
want to
helping
develop a
fund these
game and actually
indies is
render it and
super
make it
fucking
work
cool.
the way they want. I think this is a tremendous bonus for them because you got to keep in mind, like for every massive game developer that are making millions of dollars because they've got 18 different kinds of loot boxes in the game. I'm not thinking about anybody in particular, but any of that kind of stuff, you know, for every one of those, there's hundreds of people, thousands of people out there trying to just make a little game, something, just a little bit of something special, and that's what we really want to empower today and make happen. So I'm excited. I am. I think it's cool, and I'm curious to see what's going to happen with these other games.
Me too. I think these games are looking very good right now. And I also want to say thank you to chat. We are watching. Don't worry. Nick's refreshing live stream fails as we speak. We are seeing what you guys are saying, and the support is absolutely unreal. Thank you guys so much for being kind to every game and everybody on this stream. It is fantastic. So thank you.
Mizkif is farming hearts, so you download his game.
So it comes out winter 2022
Okay.
right now. There's an NFT available.
All right, so you can download that right now. You mint it right now. Put in your password. Do they need to put in their credit card now, or is that later?
You can put it in later. It's fine.
Okay, all right, that's
don't
great.
worry about it. PayPal works.
Okay, yeah, just direct to you.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
that's
of
okay
course.
with you.
All right, that makes sense. You know, for tax reasons and everything. Emmy, how excited on a scale of 1 to 10 are you to play Mizkif's game?
Like a 3. No, like a 10. It looks sick.
Yikes.
Wow, a 10. Oh my God, guys, that's so great. Wow.
I was fine with the 3. I was honestly okay with that. Just play the game. That's all I care about.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's fine.
Sorry.
It's whatever.
Anyway, so yeah, thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. And we're going to move on to our next section. But again, guys, I want to remind you just one last time, please make sure to vote in the Discord for the games that you like the most. There's $50,000 on the line here on top of 2 PCs made by Razer, powered by Intel. So we're going to go on over to Rich, and we're going to continue the show.
I want to give the biggest shout out ever to Razer right now. Them running that ad was the only way that we could get Mizkif to stop talking. But we got a brand new category coming up. It's none other than one of OTK's favorites. It's time to take a look.
I don't understand. Why are they so mean to this Miz guy? What did he do? Or is that like the joke? He's the punching bag of the group or
We have a
something?
whole bunch of games inside of this category, and we're looking at these right now, thinking about maybe playing them in OTK Game Night. The first one's coming from Chaotic Entertainment, and it is called Minigame Madness.
Minigame Madness. Oh, it's Fall Guys. Okay. I mean, yeah, why not? He's the owner of OTK. Okay. I guess that makes a bit more sense why they're kind of picking on him.
There is an early demo available for the game right now, so if you want to check it out, you can play it with a few other people you're watching the Games Expo with. You can find some people to play in chat, and for when the full release actually does come out, you
what
can
was
add
that thing
to
called
your
again?
Steam wish list so you do not miss anything. But we're going to keep on moving, keep on checking out all of these party games. The next one's coming from a studio called Chua, and the game is called The Matriarch.
Minigame Madness, thank you. The Matriarch, huh? What the fuck? Pretend to be a bot. It's Among Us? I mean, kind of. Oh shit. The Patriarch.
Did they add that? I did not see that when we watched the trailer.
So, we watched these trailers before. It's new.
It's definitely new.
Yeah, church sure has changed since last time I went. I don't remember the upside down crosses and satanic rituals. Looks a lot more fun.
Looks pretty fun to me, and if you guys want to make sure that you don't miss any of that fun, you can add it to your Steam wishlist right now for when the game is released. And let's take a look at the next one. This one is coming from Fireline Games. Let's take a look at Fuel Up.
Fuel Up, huh? This looks kind of fun. Very Overcooked-esque. If the online worked good, that could be actually kind of fun. I think this looks neat.
I could actually talk about that one all day. Very excited to see more. If you are, be sure to add it to your wish list so you don't miss anything. But there is also a download that is available for play today, so you can actually check it out and see it for yourself. And you're also going to see another game right now. This one's coming from RDBK Studios, and it is known as Renown.
Renown. Maybe Mark will be interested in this one. I do like some of these. I don't think this one's for me. I think I'm passing on this one. That is a giant score upgrade. Not for
I'm
me.
not sure if McConnell's watching right now, but that game seems right up his alley.
Bro, I'm really excited about that game. That game looks really cool.
It really does.
It looks really cool. I guarantee you, whenever that comes out, me and McConnell are going to be building a castle together in that game. Oh my God, it's exciting. And we get to talk to these guys, right?
You get to right now.
Oh boy, I'm ready. Okay, all right, let's go.
Not for me.
All right, Jesse, thank you very much for coming on and talking about the game Renown. I'm going to be honest, man.
No problem.
It looks fucking awesome. So, you guys, Rust came out, and it came out a while ago, but it's had like a massive renaissance. Everybody's been playing Rust nowadays. What made you want to do basically medieval Rust?
Well, I mean, it's been it started probably 8 years ago. I mean,
Yeah.
I went to RMIT, which is a school in Melbourne.
Okay.
And I met Charlie, who is the other.
They look
co-founder
like cousins.
of
They kind of do.
studios. And it was actually the first conversation I had with him. He was explaining Rust to me, and it just sounded like the best game ever. I mean, I played it that night until the early hours of the morning, and from that moment, that game was just, for me, the best experience so far. And also at the same time, we were playing Chivalry Medieval Warfare. And in the same sort of vein, the combat system was just so intuitive. And as we played both these games religiously for years, we just kept talking about this medieval survival that, raiding with trebuchets and battering rams and incorporating a directional-based combat system that it just eventually was so good of an idea we couldn't not make it.
I
and
agree.
then we finished school and we started, and from that point we just built a team, and they're just the most dedicated guys. Like it's unparalleled, the quality and speed we get through this stuff. It's fantastic.
I mean, the quality and the speed, that sounds good. When's it gonna come out, man?
Okay, so the timeline, I guess, from now to release is basically we've got Steam Next Fest happening on the 13th of June. So very, very soon, and we've got a combat demo that's free for people to play. So we implore you to come and give that a shot. It's just basically the combat version of the game. After that, maybe a month or two past that point, we've got Raid module, which is, if you imagine you took all the survival systems into a short sort of game mode, we're going to give that to our backers and testers to solidify those systems. It's basically like a small game where two teams fight together, they craft and build their castles and raid, and it's a way we can test all the systems in one place. From there, test and create the full survival game from that testing period for hopefully a release in early access maybe mid next year, we hope. But of course these things change, but we can't wait to get it in your hands, that's for sure.
How many people can be on the server? Like, because I think about like a medieval fight. I'm thinking like Kingdom of Heaven, Lord of the Rings. There's a lot of people there. How many?
Well, we're hoping to have 100 players on a server. I mean, we never really envisioned Renown to be this huge battles. Or as much as it's cool, I'm sure some people will make some servers where that's possible.
Yeah.
But for us, it was actually like a core, like a little close-knit clan where you're allying with people around you, fighting over hotspots of resources. It's that sort of like social connections between smaller groups, which we want to capitalize on for sure.
So you have like those small, like, what are you thinking, like 8-man teams, something like that, 4 to 8-man teams?
Exactly, literally, that's exactly what we're balancing to. And then we're going to be hopefully doing weekly wipe cycles. We might go to bi-weekly, but we think for the replayability, a week works quite well.
Okay, so it's going to be like you're going back and forth, you're building up, you're getting busted back down, you do it all over again. Is that basically it? Okay,
Exactly.
yeah, I'm excited. So June, what was it, 13th? Was that what you said?
That's correct. So Steam Next Fest, free to play for anyone for about a week. So and also
you can invite people that are offline.
We really need that feedback. And yeah, we just love to know your thoughts. Honestly,
I'm
a dark clan.
Really excited to see this game. So thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much for sharing it.
No problem.
I'm really excited.
Thank you
to
so
see where
much.
It's gonna go.
Me too. Me too. Thank you.
Absolutely. And guys, again, Renown, you guys can put it on your wish list now for Steam. But we've got two very well-renowned gamers here. We have SFan TV and we have Jay Schlatt on to talk about these games. Schlatt, what do you think?
Thank you so much, Asmund. Hold on 1 second.
It looks good.
Shroud, you look so good right now, man.
Incredibly handsome.
And look, Asmund, I mean, look, you see a lot of these game genres that go back in time. This is one with Renown. I really feel like this is the perfect fit for it.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think, I mean, Asmund, you and I were cut from the same cloth. We like knights, armor, big frickin' swords. I think Renown looks really, really exciting. You know, it's just one of those games.
I'm so excited. Like, I remember I first started playing Rust whenever they had that first server that we made on Twitch with everybody on it. And, like, I had such a good time. I would steal everybody's horse on that server. It was great. It was one of my favorite things to do. I would take a day off of stream just so I could run around and hide under somebody's base and break it down. But, like, this, it's like especially... No, really, that's what I did. I would steal those things. I'd run them back to my stable.
I remember. I was playing, I would log in, and I think the first time I encountered your stable, I was just running around like off the side of a beach or something, and I see this big house, and I open it, and there's just horses lined up, and everybody's getting their horses stolen. They have no idea where they're going, and it's just, Asmund literally has like 20 horses sitting in this stable, and just you're a horse thief. I mean, you were collecting mounts even in Rust.
And what were you gonna do with those horses, man?
Well, usually, like, I would honestly. The thing is that I had to build a bigger team because we employed one person just to feed all the horses.
Wow.
Yeah.
They must actually be legitimately stoked for this game because they are spending a lot of time talking about
I look at the graphics, I look at the way the game plays, and it's like, I mean, I see chopping down trees. I'm thinking of, you know, just that new world late night experience sitting in the dark, and so I just am so excited to see this game. But there's a number of other ones as well. Like
there's so many good ones here.
Which ones you like?
Well, I mean, Fueled Up looks fantastic. Literally just overcooked in space. I mean, that's the better formula than that.
Yeah. Well, I think the big thing too is we'll just tell them the truth, guys. We need some stream content, you know, and we do our game nights every Wednesday. We do our OTK game nights every Wednesday, and we're looking at all these party games. And even when we were going through the trailers, we were like, dude, we got to play this one. We got to play this one. And I know, I mean, all these games really, but you mentioned Fueled Up, Minigame Madness, Matriarch. I mean, you name it. And even unfortunately, some things that we don't even get to show in the expo. There were just so many good submissions. We had to narrow it down for the sake of the show.
I mean, absolutely. And you guys see, we've got a lot of the really, really good ones here. And I have to say, I like Fueled Up too, as well. Like it was a lot like the, and especially the OTK game night. Like I am so sick of you guys playing Gang Beasts and throwing me off the edge. I'm tired of this, man. Like what's going on?
I want to play Gang Beasts. So far, I'd wanted to play Gang Beasts like every week because I basically just get to go harass Asmund, which is one of my favorite pastimes.
I literally throw me off the edge. Like, I feel like Palpatine.
Imagine Minigame Madness in real life. If we had OTK game night in real life, had everyone in like Antarctica.
Yeah, and just pushing each other off cliffs.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Yeah, why not?
What could go wrong?
Yeah.
No, I personally, I'd love to play Minigame Madness with Ludwig. Ludwig, you down, man?
Oh my God.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Just kidding. Yeah.
Yeah. No thanks, man. No. We'll let you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've got to say, like, I am so excited about this Renown game. I think that this type of survival game, especially like team-based survival games where it's like PvP and it's in a medieval setting, I am just so hyped up for that. So I might actually even play the combat demo because I think it's one of those games, like, especially with something like Renown, what really makes a game like that, fun is you've got a 1 week, 2 week wipe cycle. So it's mainly about like building up and like the play experience on a day-to-day basis. So like making sure that is like pristine, on point, precise, and fun to do. I think that if you do that, everything else just fits together.
I think fresh in any game, like whenever you get a chance to wipe it and go fresh and start from the beginning is fun for everybody. Because you have people that's just what they do. They just like going fresh and they like just from the beginning over and over and over again,
Yeah.
or there's people that were like, oh, I didn't do well on the last wipe, and these are all my excuses. These are all my reasons. But this time I'll do good.
It's going to be different this time, guys.
And they're in the cycle, dude. They're in the cycle.
Oh, I'm going to get all the sniper rifles this time. It's going to be okay. But yeah, guys, listen, I got to remind y'all again, listen, go to the Discord, OTK Network Discord. There is $50,000 in grants, not pledges, grants, that's going to be going out to these different developers, and you vote on the winners. So make sure to do that, OTK Discord. And on top of that, each one of the prizes comes with a Razer PC that's powered by Intel. And again, we'll throw it back over to Rich, and we'll start going to the next section.
Yeah, we are going to do just that. Now, we've never done this before at an OTK Games Expo, but this category is actually dedicated to a pioneer. One of my personal heroes.
Have they done an expo before?
A very brave man who has managed to touch all of us and inspire all of us. A man with beautiful aim and an even more beautiful smile. This category is dedicated to Shroud. Shroud, let's take a look at shooters.
Indie shooters sometimes scare me a little
in this
bit.
next game. It's made by Mopeful Games, and it's called Fashion Police Squad.
Oh, Fashion Police Squad. Okay. Yeah. The only problem I have with stuff like this is kind of the same. Postal just kind of released a boomer shooter type thing recently as well that I have the same problem with. Is they look fun, like they have like a fun sense of humor and stuff to them.
Looks great.
But the gameplay doesn't look
in real life. But we're going to take a look at the next game. This
the gameplay doesn't look
and it's called Project
like
Sparrow.
enough for me. Project Sparrow, huh? It's yeah. This one's not for me. Which means that this group of dudes is probably gonna love it. Based on how my opinions have lined up with theirs so far. Broke my town portal. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Holy fuck.
Two very different games right now to kick off the shooters, but they do have one thing in common. You can play both of them right now. So when you actually do look at Fashion Police Squad, you can play the early demo. You can download that right now on Steam. But for Project Sparrow, you can download the entire game. So if you want to check them both out, you can head over to Steam and play them both today. But we're already starting to see shooters are going to have a pretty large variety. A lot of things falling under this umbrella. We got two more games to check out, but we're going to take a deep dive on Project Sparrow. Asmin is with the game developer right now for an interview.
Okay, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, guys. Like, I feel like this is the kind of game that I would get my ass beat in. Like, it's like you have to be so precise with the shots, and I'm really excited to see kind of like where did this game really come from? What was the inspiration for it, and kind of what's your story in making this game?
Yeah, so about 5 years ago, I just really wanted to make. Well, there was no games that had bows and arrows or anything like that, so I just wanted to make a shooter game that had bows. Just a sick game.
So it's a shooter game, and like there's like customizing your arrows and your bow. Like, what's the kind of stuff that you can do? Are there special abilities? Like, what's really on the table here?
Yeah, so at the start of every round, there's 13 rounds in a game, first to 7. At the start of each round, you can pick an arrow type. So you've got like fire arrows, shadow arrows, and smoke arrows. So you can like shadow arrow, TP, shoot your enemy from behind. You've got utility section as well that you can pick from. So you can choose if you want a smoke bomb or a satchel or a throwing knife. Just pretty much help your playstyle rather than just having abilities that one-shot you. So that's kind of the gist of the game.
Yeah, I mean, I see it, and it just seems like it's like so precise and so fast. I can't even imagine like other abilities. So you can teleport around, and like what does a fire arrow do? Does it kind of just like shut down a certain area on the map, or what?
Yeah, so you just fire a fire arrow. You just swap to it with your arrow type, and then wherever it hits, it makes a fire like AOE.
Okay.
So if you've got someone who's 3Ping you and they won't move out of cover, you just fire arrow. They have to move, and then you can shoot them.
Is there a team version of this? Like I think a lot of these were 1v1. Can you do with the teams as well?
I know that this is kind of long.
Yeah, so there's 1v1s, 2v2s, 3v3s.
Oh my god, we still have 2 hours of
custom
this.
games and spectator mode as well. So.
Oh wow, okay, so this is the kind of game that like you can pretty much, if you're a fan of FPS and just like the finite, or not finite, but like the fickle nature of like moving around and being super precise, this is a game for people that are aficionados of that, people that really like that kind of gameplay.
Yeah, unironically, it was never intended, but the movement in the game is just been getting harder and harder, and it's really hard to master the movement in Project Sparrow now.
Okay.
But, through playtesting, we just kept adding new stuff, wall bouncing, and then dashes, and then being able to dash in the air, and then it's really fluid if you can master the movement.
Yeah, I can see that. I think it's absolutely one of those games that just becomes harder and harder to play the longer that you play it. So I want to say thank you so much for coming on. And again, Project Sparrow is available now on Steam. Is that right?
Yep, Steam Early Access, 20% off right now as well.
There you go. Thank you very much for coming on, talking about your game, and good luck on development.
Thank you very much for having me. Cheers, guys.
I'm gonna be honest, like if I ever play that game, I cannot wait for like the like 7 people that I have that are under 18 that watch my stream to just like instantly kill me in it.
Yeah.
Like I just
We're very similar. We both like playing shooters, but we're both terrible at them.
Yeah.
You agree?
So what?
Never mind. We got 2 more games left in the shooter category. Let's jump right in. This one comes from 2 Star Games, and this one's a little bit spooky. It's called Choo Choo Charles.
Wait, what? This one's spooky. It's called Choo Choo Charles? All right. Oh, yes, I have seen this. I have seen this. So ridiculous. Man, I'm not getting any of this royal armor drops. That's
Now,
pretty
let's talk to
stupid.
a few of the worst. We're gonna go up to the Variety Gaming panel.
Not gonna lie, I'm actually getting quite mad at Rich for calling me bad. In reality, actually, the two best gamers in all of OTK are here. It is me and Finn. Finn has replaced Chance. Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you too. Thank you so much
Good.
for the introduction. I'm
So-
very proud.
Yes,
to be
not-
a part of this variety.
Don't touch me.
I'm sorry.
Not only did we get to watch that awesome fight between friends down there, we also got to see some awesome FPS games. We watched, we got to see Fashion Police Squad, Project Sparrow, Choo Choo Charles, Hold Fast Nations at War. Which game stuck out to you guys?
How about you?
You know
You
what I'm
go
thinking.
first. I want to hear your opinion.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm supposed to just.
I feel like the fashion game fits you. You know, I
What?
thought that would be your favorite.
The fashion game was great. It was a 2D game. It was fun,
3D
lighthearted.
game using like 2D, like pixel
Right.
art, so it's kind of cool. The art
Exactly.
style in that game stuck out to me a lot.
That's more of Finn's alleyway.
Yeah, I'm kind of into fashion. You know,
I
I
see
got
the Burberry
my best
store
shirt
in
out
there. I like it. I like the graphics and I like the guns. The gameplay is just fluent.
Yeah. My favorite thing about this is actually the golden toilet, because the best time for me is when I'm able to use the bathroom and, recharge.
You ever used a bidet?
I used to.
Crazy.
Yeah, I used to, but I had to stop using it. I spent too much time on it.
Not a bidet guy myself, personally. See here?
Spent too much time on it.
Nick, help me with the
What?
name, because I was down there preparing for battle. What's a choo-choo game?
Choo Choo Charles?
Yeah.
So Choo Choo Charles is a game. It's actually like
I was watching that. That
it's
is
scary.
a game I will play.
I actually am. I'm afraid of playing horror games.
What do you think about the choo-choo with the spider legs, like running full
So
force?
when I was growing up, Thomas the Tank was like my thing growing up, and this
I can tell.
So you was one of those.
Yeah.
What's that?
I can. You can tell, can't you?
Yeah, I
What
could
Thomas?
tell.
He's a Thomas the
What do you
Tank.
mean? What's wrong with Thomas the
Yo,
Tank?
That's like one of the worst shows.
Yeah, it's just a personality trait. You know.
So
I'm more of a Chuggington type of guy.
I never even heard of that.
You see, too old.
Okay, yeah, but so Choo Choo Charles, it's a scary train game. It's a FPS game. You can level up your train as you go, as you can see here.
So I love games where you basically build up the armor of the train,
Yeah.
and you also have to make sure the train keeps going, right?
I don't know, but you can.
It looks like bad guys will get you if the train doesn't keep going.
Yeah, I'm not even sure how you win this. This might be one of those games where you're just surviving.
I think when you get to Ohio, that's
like a surviving tactic.
Yeah, a little note. There seems to be a navigation element to this game too. That's really interesting. The integration of the map feature is really fluent.
Yeah,
seems compelling.
Yeah, this train is horrifying. Like, look at it. That is absolutely scary.
Any scary shooter game needs a good antagonist, and that thing is nightmare fuel. So I'm impressed.
So, Finn, how'd you feel about Hold Fast Nations at War?
Well, this game has been established and already has an incredible community. That's what I know about this game. I've spent hours watching gameplay videos, YouTube, all hilarious. The player interactions that game mixed with the combat environment is super good. So I love Hold Fast.
Well, this is not Hold Fast, but it's also a good game.
How I felt about Hold Fast, I'm not really a fan of beans on toast and shit like that.
Me neither.
Beans
It's
on
unacceptable.
But I like the game, It's
Wait,
a pretty cool game.
what do you mean
I
beans
feel like
on
it's
toast?
It's UK.
Is that what they eat?
Beans on toast.
Surprisingly.
I think, yeah, that's
How do
Have
you
you
guys-
ever eaten beans on toast?
Absolutely not. I don't eat. No.
Okay.
I
Now-
don't even eat eggs.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think that you would be good at any of these games?
Personally, and I mean this without no cap.
Okay.
I would be in the top 0.01% of every single one of these games. I am better than Shroud.
There you have it.
Fighting words.
Ooh.
Fighting words coming out of Nick.
Those are
Hear that,
fighting words.
Shroud's chat?
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah.
I like Shrewd.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah.
So Finn, anything else you want to add?
I'm talking about Project Sparrow as well. We haven't mentioned that one yet. The arena-based shooter, also looking pretty spicy. Anything that has to do with movement and projectile combat, I'm interested in.
Yeah.
And this game seems to have those elements. It's looking fun.
That's what I'm good at. Any game where it introduces FPS elements, you put me in that hot seat, and guaranteed I'm going to be at the top of the charts. I've been playing FPS professionally for years.
I used to be a trick shotter, Black Ops 2, when I was like 12 years old. So I like the high rise, things that they could jump off of and also like spin around. I like seeing that. It's interesting to me. I like it.
If you want me to be completely honest, if I actually played this game, I am not good with arrows and projectiles. This is the one game that I actually wouldn't be in the top in. In fact, I would probably be the worst at this game. I just don't know how to like lead my shots and things like that. I'm just never really.
You're like that with guns as well in games, right?
So you're more of a sit down and pee type of guy.
Yeah.
How did you know that?
I do it too.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm all for it.
Ben, how do you think you do at Project Sparrow?
I think I do great, Nick. I think I do super good in that arena-based game, and I think I would 360 no-scope you, take you out of the game immediately.
I mean, it's bad.
I hate these interludes, dude.
Okay.
I really don't like these interludes at all.
All right. Well, guys, Finn, anything else you want to add?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get back to Rich.
That was awkward.
Hello, I'm back on the stage. It's time to take a look at the simulation game.
He does seem
Let's
unnecessarily
jump right into the
aggressive.
action with the first
Agreed.
one. Oh, never mind. We're not jumping right into the first one. Asmin, I went to the wrong left.
Yeah, you did.
Thank you for covering.
Supposed to go to the other side?
Yeah, I was supposed to go to the other side, man.
Yep.
I make mistakes every now and then. I'm a human. But if there was a game that simulated life, I could play it and potentially get better at real life through a simulation. And that's exactly what we do have as we start to take a look at this section. The first game is coming from Filament Games, and it is called Roboco.
Roboco. Okay. In a warehouse. Full of problems. Heralds. Predicaments. Humanity has one last hope. Robots. Oh man, I love building stupid little vehicles. I mean, no joke. Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. Easily the only game in the Banjo-Kazooie series that I find playable. I'm actually kind of... Oh god. I'm actually kind of excited about this. So it's just called Roboco?
Ooh.
Q4. Okay, hold on. Let me wish list and all that stuff.
I'm gonna be honest, that trailer definitely took a turn that I did not see coming.
Oh, there's a demo.
You guys can actually check out the gameplay right now. There is a demo available for download, and you can put it on your Steam
What's up,
wish
Ace?
list so you can see all of the new developments for the game as they do arise. We're gonna hop into the next one. This one's coming from Randwork, and it's called Abyss.
Abyss? Hey, that's what David had. Man, this music though. So is this just how to destroy a world? Like, what is the thing that you're trying to accomplish? Yeah, you're destroying. Build to destroy. Okay. Honestly, looks kind of cool.
The game is now available for download
Blast
on
Core.
Steam, and
Yeah.
also it just seems like a very unique game. You actually get to build stuff just to destroy it. Have not seen many games like that before. Excited to check it out. And remember, if you do actually really love one of these games, you can go onto the OTK Network Discord, and you can give a reaction to those games and help them win the $50,000 in grants and the Razer PC, which is powered by Intel, to help them in future game development or on the game that they're currently working on. We have another game inside of the simulation category coming up right now. This one comes from NCB Games, and it is called Steel Guardian.
Why does Steel Guardian sound familiar? This doesn't look familiar. This definitely does not look familiar. Not for me. Not for me.
Yeah, as you might have been able to tell, that game is inside of VR as well. Anytime I see a VR game, I start to think to myself that we might lose Seer for a little while, and now Tectone as well. We've also lost him to the VR quite a bit. You can check this one out for download now, though, and we will make sure.
How have I not got to level 50 yet?
Download it right now.
I feel like I've been at level 49 for a long
Now,
freaking
Third
time
Eye
now.
Studios has a brand new game as well that we're going to be checking out. This one is called Ages of Kataria.
Ages of
Hello and
Kataria.
welcome to Kataria. Ages
Okay.
of Kataria is a village story generator.
Oh no, was that a plant girl?
Expand your town. And
Thank
watch
God
over
Ben's
the
not
villagers
around.
who live there. Your villagers will age over real-world weeks, experiencing glory and pain. As they live, your villagers will develop skills and
Oh,
personalities
no!
that will help them on adventures. Assign your villagers to collect resources that your village needs. Play mini games around town to increase your villagers' skills and boost productivity. When they aren't developing the village, your villagers will embark on text-based adventures that add to the life story
right?
and leave lasting impacts. However, every story must come to
I mean, we both know the answer.
As they pass,
But why?
their souls will enter your town's spirit tree, and their offspring leave a legacy as your town's history grows. Craft your town your way, built from a wide selection of buildings and props to design your town to your aesthetic. Customize each of your buildings in town and share it with your friends online. Change your villager's hairstyle and outfit. Trade for the resources you need online. Come set sail and enjoy Ages of Kataria.
Dude, it looks fine. That game looks totally fine.
The Spirit Tree definitely got me interested, and if you're
I'm,
interested, you can add it to your Steam
it's
wishlist
not for me,
right
though.
now.
Like-
Now, with Ages of Kataria, there's a whole bunch
The
more
same
that I wanna
chorus
dive
is being
into,
sung
and really wanna
over
just
and
learn
over.
more about the
It looks
game.
cool, but
As
it's not
you
for
can
me.
see from that trailer, there are a whole bunch of different avenues of progression and a whole lot of moving parts. So, Asmon is standing by for an interview with the game's director.
Hey, what's going on? Can they hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hi. Okay, well, this game is quite interesting, I'll have to say. It really is. What inspired you all to make this?
Well, right off the bat, losing our jobs inspired us. I was writing about how to clean your gutters, and Nicole, where were you up to?
I was bartending at the time. Obviously, neither of our jobs were really that fun, and we were both looking for a way to get back into a creative industry, somewhere where we could work with a team of people and create something fantastic and amazing, and that is how Ages of Kataria was born. We decided to start our own company because we applied to all of these game companies and they rejected us because we had no experience. So we decided to just do it ourselves.
Well, I like that.
Makes sense.
What was missing from
I like that
games
story.
was really
That's nice.
connecting with your villagers and seeing them grow.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so whenever they die, their spirits go into the tree, is that right?
Yeah, exactly.
And it makes the tree bigger?
Yeah, so your tree kind of symbolizes like the growth of your town.
Whenever
so
they
over, like,
die.
the months that you play, as people pass on, they'll go into the tree and they'll be able to talk to your villagers who are there and give you items and stuff like that. So it's not like they're gone forever, but they're there in spirit, right?
How big can the tree get?
That tree that you saw is like our final version.
That's a good
of it,
question.
Like the fullest it will get.
Okay, so it's
for right now.
It's a big boy.
How many souls can the tree absorb?
Yeah. So, can you tell me a little bit more about the game that trailer didn't really cover?
Yeah, totally. So the biggest thing is really aging, and it's getting the generational aspect of the game. So your villagers will age over real world weeks. So when you're offline, they're aging and they're having events happen in their lives, from small and huge. Like these can be major events, like traumas, or even like huge victories that happen in their life. They go on adventures. You'll be able to build in the game and customize your town your way. Something I really didn't like about other city building games is that your town kind of looks like a cookie cutter town.
Yeah.
It's very similar to other games. And really collecting animals and that wander into your village, raising them so your animals will live in your town. And the relationships that are interconnected. All your villagers are connected, they know each other. You know, you'll have like your favorite villager and they'll grow up, pass on, and then you'll have that favorite villager's kid and you'll be like, this is like the son of that legend and all that. Do you want to add anything, Nicole?
That was perfect.
So you have a lot of stats and he's like the best guy, right?
Yeah, he's like just mining away and he's like, I am the miner of the town.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I got that. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. I've never seen a game that really does that before. So I like to see it. And if people want to support your project, where can they go?
Oh,
what can they do?
Yeah, so you can find our game on Steam right now. You can wishlist us. We are also just only for the next month, we're going to be doing some crowdfunding exclusives. This is the last month we were going to be doing them. Things like getting an in-game Void unicorn or some exclusive cottage
Void
textures
unicorn.
for your buildings, that kind of thing.
Okay.
You can also find us on Discord or on Twitch, where we connect with our community every week.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. And I find the game, it's especially with the generational aspects, I think it'd be so funny, people that get like emotionally attached to one villager and then they just, yeah, absolutely. It reminds me of the old Tamagotchis in a way, you know?
Yes, we are here
Yeah.
to shake you to your core and then lift you back up and like pet you.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, that's
I don't
ideal.
wanna be pet.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it, and
Bad
good luck
touch.
with your game.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
You too.
She's so nice.
Boy. Oh boy, oh boy. We got ourselves S-Fan and Tectone here to talk about the simulation games. How do you guys feel?
Dude, just first off, I don't know if there's something wrong with me, but I looked at Ages of Kataria and I just keep thinking to myself, I want to build a big village and I just want to build the biggest, baddest tree that I can as fast as possible.
why
But
I
that would
asked.
mean I would have to kill off the whole village.
Just murder everybody.
Jesus. Oh my God. Well, that's why I asked about how big the tree can get.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
I guess, yeah, you gotta know what it is. All right, Tectone, what did you think?
Dude, I love simulation games. You get to relive the pain of like the real world, but as a cute anime cat girl.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Or like a leaf girl, apparently,
Yeah.
in this story. Yeah.
That's cool.
For me, the game I really liked a lot was Steel Guardian, the VR game.
Yeah.
And like it didn't like really get me until that dude popped up and he was fighting the skeleton. That was so cool to me because like how far can that go because like a lot of the first-person like medieval combat games, sometimes they can not really play that well. But
Yeah,
in
they
VR,
suck.
I bet it would be a completely different experience.
It is. It's a completely different experience because, like, as you're standing up for hours on end with the remote in your hand, eventually you start to feel like the weight of like the shield and like real.
Be honest
world
with me.
fatigue starts to, like,
You
come into play
guys,
for these VR games, because I started
somebody
playing a lot,
already
and,
showed him,
it's
right?
Cool. It's good.
So both
the
of y'all-
immersion is crazy.
Like somebody already linked him or something.
You should.
I mean, VR is sick.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Might make
Maybe
you a
I'll-
little bit sick if you play for too long.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
good, but
Wow.
I heard, once you start doing VR, you just get lost in it. Is
You
that
dude,
right?
like you see like the anime cat girls that you already like, but imagine if you felt that they were real standing in front of you.
I one time I saw a Soda Poppin' stream, and I almost had that experience. Yep, that's about right.
You know what I really liked was I really like both Abris and Roboco, right? Because I like a lot of puzzle games, like the thinking games, stuff like that. And I feel like Abris, it looks like, well, there's two parts to this. One, I was one of those kids that I would like to build up Legos, and I would build a building, and then I would just smash it. So Abris kind of reminded me of that. But it's like physics based. They're physics based puzzles. So it's a game that, like, if you play GTA, I know like the newest GTA 5, it's new, but it's like 10 plus years old now. But I always like to run cars into stuff, and I really enjoy seeing like ragdoll mechanics and physics. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
So being able to take that and have these physics-based puzzles, I think is really cool. And also with Roboco, you had
Did you see
build
whenever
up
he
your
was
little robot.
shaking the vending machine?
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna pull it over on the dude. I thought for 100%, like he's like, this dude's about to get got.
Yeah. No, I love it. I love the puzzles. I love the building little things and kind of seeing how they develop. So I thought both of those looked really, really good as well.
Yeah, I was really into Steel Guard and Ages of Kataria.
Dude,
because
Roboco
introduced
looks
the concept
legit,
of like
though.
getting older with
That
like
looks real fun.
real time like weeks.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Like aging with the game, feeling the pain of
I
the
finally hit
stressed
level
out if, like,
50.
there was a guy I liked
Not that
a lot.
any of you give a shit.
Because I remember one time, like, there was I had this.
Sorry, I
little,
don't know
these
why
little
I'm so
things back in
aggressive.
the 90s. They're like these little toys. There's a Tamagotchi, and you take care of a cat. And like eventually, I came home, and my mom was like, "Zach,
oh no,
we gotta
Mark.
talk. We gotta talk about your Tamagotchi." I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "I did my best. I tried as hard as I could, but let's just say this: it's game over."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the same experience with Neopets. I've gone through like 3 Grundos. They're all dead.
yeah.
It blows.
Neopets. That's great.
I don't know. I think that the puzzle games and like the simulation type games like that, I think they're really cool. And also, especially the VR ones, I'm really excited to see like, basically, I want to know how long it's going to be until we can play Sword Art Online in real life. Like, that's really, I mean, that's the end goal. Okay, guys. Like, yeah, that's the grand prize. Let's get to that, and I'll be happy.
For sure.
Oh, hey, my forgotten
And
items.
it's like every year I see these games and they get better.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
I feel like we're close. Honestly,
we're getting there,
I do
really.
think we're close. I say next 10 years, tops.
We're getting
are
there
you
for
crazy?
sure.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Okay.
I think, you know, again, we
Mass
talked a lot
Judgment now
about puzzles, right?
implodes.
This isn't even like the puzzle games, right? These are simulation games.
I don't have
but,
Judgment
I think we
equipped.
got a whole lot more puzzle games coming up. Isn't that right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's a bunch of puzzle games. And I want to say, guys, again, I want to remind you over and over and over, this is something that you all can get involved with. If you want to be part of this, if you want to get your voice out there about which games you really liked a lot, which games you want to make happen as much as possible, please head on over to the Discord. It's the OTK Network Discord, and you can vote on the games that you think deserve to win $50,000 of developmental grant
a lot of
money.
money.
And on top of that, a Razer PC powered by Intel. So make sure you guys do that, and we're going to be announcing the winners of that at the end of the show. But anyway, I think we're about ready to go on to the next section with Rich, and we'll start it off.
Yep, let's do just that. This game, or this category rather, is going to have 4 games. And right now, we're going to be jumping into a brand new genre. This one is puzzles.
Okay. Indie puzzle games are usually pretty fucking legit, so
For the first puzzle game that we're
This
going to
could
be
be good.
looking at right now, it is by Mythic Owl Studio, and this one is called Harmony's Odyssey.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got? Weird. It's like a what's different type thing. Oh my god. That is adorable and cursed at the same time. I don't understand what the gameplay here is. Oh, it's just finding the item first, I guess. Competitive I Spy. Interesting.
I'm really interested in that one. I love the art style.
I don't
It's
understand
cuter
what the
than sun
game
when he
is.
gets mad at someone in chat. And when you actually do look at the gameplay, it's almost like a multi-dimensional Rubik's Cube, right? You're trying to actually get the buildings to come together.
I think that there might be something wrong with me because I always think about these like puzzle games and like especially the city building simulation games, and it's like, how could I like make it to where like it drop people into like the lava?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's the main thing I would think of. So that's about it.
I don't think there's anything wrong with you, man. I think you're fine. By the way, who are you hosting after this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So for the next one, we're going to head over to something made by Improx Games, and it's called The Last Cube.
What? Last cube? You're the last one. Sure. All right. To walk the path. This summer, a cube walks again. Puzzle games always look so much more complicated than they are because you see like end game stuff happening after you've like slowly been told
Now,
the
for
mechanics.
both Harmony's Odyssey and The Last Cube, they are available for play right now. You can actually download the early demo. So if you want to check them both out, you can do it on Steam. But we're going to take a look at the third game inside of the puzzle category. This one is made by Coin Crew Games, and it is called Escape Academy.
Escape Academy, huh?
What are you waiting for? A room full of memory gas.
Oh.
A place to relax.
Okay. Escape room stuff? I'm tentatively interested already.
Impressive.
Okay.
I knew I saw potential in you. Ah, there you are. Welcome to the Academy.
What's up? It's not the first time my art's been torn to shreds. Greetings. Dishonesty has no place at the Academy. Hey there! Enough water! They're already hydrated!
Honestly, this looks sick. This actually looks really interesting to me.
What the hell have we gotten ourselves into?
Local and online co-op.
Escape Academy!
Cool.
I'm very
That actually
excited for
looks
this
cool.
one. I'm actually a huge escape room nerd. I love going through and doing them. I actually do them all the time with my buddy Will Neff. We do like one a week. So I'm going to be gifting this one to him on
Escape
Steam when it comes
Academy.
out on July 14th. So if you guys do want to check it out, you want to make sure that you don't
This says June
miss the release date. It's a
27th.
while away. Go ahead.
One
go
friend
on
already
Steam
wants this
and add it
game,
to your
and it's
wish
Hebrew
list so
Lantern.
You actually do get notified when it's available. Looks like it has co-op and multiplayer as well. So maybe we can
Also,
even
there's
play
a demo
against each
available.
other. We got one more puzzle game left. This one is very
Apparently.
relatable. It's from Insanity Core, and it's called Headless Jeff 3.
This is cute, but I don't think I want to play this one. Let's file this under N for not for me. NF
For Hellish Chef
Me's,
3, there is
exactly.
actually a demo available for download right now, so you can check that out on Steam. I had a chance to play it a little bit earlier before we actually got the game's Expo started today, and it's a really cool game where you're actually dropping your head in different places so you can try to see what you're doing to complete the puzzle. To talk about that game and everything that we've seen in the puzzles, we're going to jump up right now to our professional variety gamers.
Oh, bummer.
All right, thank you so much, Rich. We are back, and this is Perfect Puzzles. And we got the smartest people around here to talk about puzzle games. Chance, how do you feel about this?
Well, Rocket Bot Royale champion here.
Yeah.
I feel really good about.
What if
a lot
it
of
were
those
called
games,
Headless
a lot of
Paul
solid puzzles,
3?
A lot of games we have seen before.
What happened to
They're
Headless
taking a
Paul
new
1
little
and
twist
2?
to it.
That's the part that scares me.
I'm excited. A lot of them seem like my brains can't handle it. You know, so
Definitely can't.
No.
No.
Neither could yours.
Like you're done. Like you're nuts.
Damn.
It was a good carry though.
All right, Sear, how do you feel about him?
I have to say I love the last cube. Dynamic Tron-like visuals, stunning, intense. It looks like there's very, very satisfying results when you actually solve a puzzle, which to me is great because, to be honest, Chance, I'm not that smart, and I actually really struggle with puzzle games. So when I actually do solve something, I love to have that.
Oh, then it's
satisfying,
okay.
like, "Ring," and everything gets
Then I
colorful
agree.
when you solve a problem.
Well, you look at this here. You ever see that piece of paper where you unfold it entirely? It's a cube. It's shaped like a cross almost.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, well, either way, you look at this. It looks. My head starts to hurt trying to land the symbols onto the right, you know, things on the floor. It just
because
seems like
you're old.
You wouldn't be able to do it either. Shut your mouth.
Bruce, as
You're
the youngest,
old.
You know what's
as the
nice
little sucker,
about
Bruce, how do you feel about
just sitting
the
here
last-
watching this
have
like
in common,
Expo and
like,
playing
all of
Immortal
these
and chatting
games
with you
are
guys?
the type of game that I will put on and yell at my chat for not helping me find the right.
I don't have to think
You know?
about what I'm
But
going to say
being
for
a
the next
Telltale
line
gamer
or
is
the.
all about making the
It's
right
not like we're doing a
choices
podcast
at
or
the
something. I
right
don't
time,
have
and
to
feel like the
think or
last
do
cube-
anything.
I used
Really,
to play
I
this
can
in a
just
computer
chill.
lab too, but they added different elements.
But,
and I really
What a
like
nice
that.
change.
What is that? You see the way it's moving?
Yeah, the little diagonal.
Like that's. I don't even
a
know
nice
what's going on.
change.
Wait a
here,
minute.
but-
So we are supposed to be the variety experts, and us three have admitted we cannot solve these puzzles.
You see
y'all
the
three,
screen?
not me.
What is that?
What is that maneuver?
So I don't know. This game is interesting because it my head hurts and I'm just watching someone that seems to know what they're doing. It looks hard.
How did you feel about Headless Jeff
and
3?
chill, dude.
I
I
was
liked
actually a bit confused. Is it like you have the robot and then you have the head point of view as well in
It's
Headless
pretty
Jeff
much
3?
a robot missing his head, trying to find his head without his eyes. I think, like in a way.
I think what's going on there, if we can get Headless Jeff up here, it seems like you take your head off and you
Right.
place it down and you control where the perspective is.
Okay.
So you can't. It seems like maybe you can't solve the puzzle right now. You need to put
Yeah.
your head down
Yeah.
like it's a camera. And then you see, and now you solve
Oh,
it. So it's
yeah.
a fun control the perspective, and see he's gonna pick his
So
head
can
up,
you-
pick up the camera.
Can you throw your head?
I don't know, maybe.
And you have to use your head as a problem-solving tool probably multiple times.
Maybe. Yeah, it looks like a really fun, unique puzzle game. I'm cool to see this here.
Looks
Yeah.
like the movie Robots too. I like.
I kind of like that they're actually
Yeah,
talking
it's
about
cool
the
art
games
style
this
as well.
time and
And how
not
do you guys
just
feel
like
about Harmony's
harassing
Odyssey?
each other.
It's it has a ton of like cute
I'm actually
puzzles and brain
okay
teasers.
with
How do you
this
feel
So
about
that's
that?
like classic spot the
Here.
difference situation going
I
on,
told
right?
you that while we were watching because you didn't know what you were looking
Yeah,
at.
and
so it's
and-
taking
Wait,
my
what?
No, and Chance,
Wait, what
that-
happened?
No. I made the observation that it was a classic comparison game, and I told that to Chance.
I had to explain
Sarah,
it to him.
I think you might actually just be copying everything Chance does. Are you guys comparing notes?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That is so stressful
should
while
I be
streaming. What is?
I don't think so at this point.
Oh,
Bruce, what do you
the
think?
amount
Else?
talking.
I think he should be here, and also about
Thank
this
you.
game, I like the fact that it's like something.
It's
that
even
you can
more
play with
stressful
friends.
when you're
You wanna get your friends
recording.
involved in the late night. You know what I'm saying?
How do you get
Because you
those?
know
Put it on the monitor, be like
Friends?
kind of everyone
I
kind of
don't
sits
know.
around.
Dead
I have
air
none.
suck
Yeah, friends?
in a
You do that.
podcast.
So you're sitting in the living room. and you just put it on the screen, and the friends are all looking, trying to spot the difference. I played a game like that recently, and it's actually really fun. It's like Where's Waldo?
Yeah,
We're taken to the next level of this
Wolves are
third-person
done.
game.
Yeah. So, and the final game was Escape Academy. It's like that was scary.
I really like
Escape Academy is
How do you feel about
dope. To be honest, it just reminds me of one of those games that didn't trap themselves in a box of being in one room and being that only level.
You know what else is dope? Auto running, auto navigation in Diablo
You
Immortal
can go to different places in the world.
is very, very good for what I'm doing.
Pretty hard.
Oh, that's what that was.
Yeah, this game. Remember, we played the game called We Were Here. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It's like that a lot. Only they've got. It seemed like they have a lot really in-depth story to it. So it's an escape room. It's called Escape Academy, and it's just that fun little take on it where you gotta escape the room with a fun story. I think a lot of streamers are going to be playing this game because it's very fun games to stream, but also just puzzle people. Our friend Pluto loves going to escape rooms. You can do it at home now.
Yeah.
These games are great.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Do you want to play that game with me?
No.
Okay.
Well,
I'll play it with you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
It's all good.
See, making friends, meeting friends.
I actually
that's what
know
OTK is
who
all
only
about,
one of
and
these
puzzle
dudes
games are
is.
absolutely awesome. Guys, don't forget to go vote in the Discord OTK network. Vote for your favorite here. And guys, we will be right back after this quick break.
Man, those puzzle games looked absolutely fantastic, and I actually have a friend who, I think he's watching right now. I would love to watch him stream those puzzle games. He used to be really good at a game called Diablo, but he kind of fell off, so hopefully he finds some success playing those puzzle games. Maybe he'll be able to beat them. But now, it's time to look at a brand new category. This is one that I think all of the people in this room right now really kind of met each other through games like this. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be taking a look at RPGs.
Okay.
RPGs are definitely a pretty broad category, so we're just going to dive straight into the action. The first one's coming from Good Morning Games, and this one's called Nightcrawlers.
Nightcrawlers. What the fuck is going on here? Oh, cards? You lost me.
You can add Nightcrawlers to your Steam wish list right now. And as we actually do start to dive in a little bit deeper, we got another game coming from Rose Tinted Games. This one is called Gen Fanad, generic fantasy adventure.
Completely unlike ours. Companies are seeking profit at all costs. There is a shortage of labor. The board needed results fast. Having the internet design monsters proved challenging.
Bossy McBoss face.
People seemed to like cosmetics at first. Appealing to speedrunners, let's just forget that one. But then the new trailer rolled in. The Corporation for Licensed Heroics wants you to join our adventure. For those who think clicking on trees all day is relaxing, watch your every accomplishment be distilled down to a number, and then watch it go up.
So this is RuneScape, right?
An ever-expanding world for people who love to watch numbers go up. We keep discovering new areas that we were sure weren't there last week. A cozy adventure filled with plenty of side quests to distract you. But that's not all. Spend dozens of hours picking just the right color shirt to wear. So many items you'll run out of bank space. Hundreds of hand-drawn monsters, all looking to kill you.
Like, this is legitimately RuneScape,
of other
right?
adventurers.
I didn't play a lot of RuneScape.
Where most people stand around in banks all day. The corporation is seeking profit, and you are how we'll get it.
NF Trees is real good. That's very good.
Perfect.
Yeah, the story of that one definitely spoke to me with a lot of the games that I've played over the years. We got a lot going on with the games inside of this genre. The next one is definitely going to be a curveball for a lot of you, and I'm particularly excited for this one. Let's take a look at Kinfire Chronicles.
Kinfire Chronicles. That's at least a real name. Hand drawn. Okay. Getting some Darkest Dungeon vibes. Six-player characters, 20 unique locations, 100+ unique enemies. Oh, cards. Done. Wait, it's an actual card game, though? Oh, okay. That's different.
As you can see, there's a lot going on there that's different than anything that we've seen so far today. I am very excited to dive into this because I want you guys to hear all about Incredible Dream and to hear about Kinfire Chronicles. Some of the people working on it made some of my favorite experiences in gaming, but I don't need to do the talking because we actually do have an interview right now. It's going to be Asmund sitting down with the CEO and co-founder and talking about everything that's going on.
Hey, how are you doing? Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. For anybody who doesn't know, this is CEO of what's it called? Incredible Dream. Am I right? Sorry, I almost messed that up. Jane Chung Hoffaker, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, yes it is. And so could you tell us a little bit about kind of your journey before this and like kind of what led you to starting this company and making everything happen?
Yeah, sure. Thank you. So I've loved games all my life. I think everybody here can relate to that. And
Don't hate them.
I've met friends in games. I've escaped in games. I met my husband in games.
Imagine liking
I've been
games.
in the game industry for about
nerds.
over 12 years now.
Okay.
Professionally.
Bunch of fucking nerds.
You know, basically, and yeah, some people may recognize. I've worked on. I was the executive producer for Arcane, which is the League of Legends animated series on Netflix.
Oh, snap.
I think everybody knows about that.
Thank you so much. We're very fortunate that it did pretty okay. I think overall, like, I served my time working for these big gaming companies, and I helped build one. And you know, at some point, I finally thought, like, what if, right?
Arcane was so fucking good.
I just thought, like,
I might revisit that one when there's a lull and stuff.
And so, you know, I co-founded Incredible Dream with some folks that I really liked, and we just really wanted to make a different kind of game, really based on the experiences that we've had playing D&D and board games and a bunch of other rich experiences that we've.
She's saying some cool shit here.
Yeah, I bet. And whenever you talk about, like, you know, playing games over the years, there were a lot more games back in the day that it was a little bit harder to make a reality. And now it seems like almost anything is possible. But what you're doing is you're going back and you're making a tabletop game. And so what really is the, what is it? Why? What's the tabletop game?
Why?
Yeah. I think,
good
like,
question.
if you guys are like me at all, then you probably spend a lot of hours in front of a screen for work or school, and you probably also spend a lot of hours in your personal time playing games on screens.
Dude, you don't have to tell me. I'm very aware of everything that I need to watch to talk about.
I really like games too.
I'm very aware, dude.
With them through tabletop, through board games, right? Like, Kinfire Chronicles is a really special. It's a different kind of social game that you really experience with others at the table. We have card-based combat that really promotes, like, cooperative shared turns mechanics and really interesting different things that you don't really see even in video games today. We have a choose your own adventure style narrative that you can play through and really kind of experience what people experience in D&D and sort of that shared theater of the mind.
Tells you the
role-playing.
stories.
Yes, exactly. And it's so much more about you and your friends around the table than it is about like graphics or grinding or griefers.
So it's mainly a focus much more around the social elements of the games rather than the graphics or anything
like the
that.
D&D
It's just
board
all
game.
about kind of how to make that
That thing was
experience
cool.
that, you know, a lot of us grew up having, how to make that as authentic as possible.
Unless you play with
exactly.
John.
Okay, well, that's great. Well, how would somebody be able to support the project, and how would they be able to pick up Kinfire Chronicles?
Yeah, so we are going to be launching our Kickstarter on August 9th, and you can sign up right now on kinfirechronicles.com for exclusive sneak peeks, invites to join our playtest, as well as some special pricing. And we're going to make a version of our game available online to play virtually if you can't, find a copy of the game to play physically. And we're also
Or
going to
you
make
don't want to leave your house.
Or you don't want to leave your house. That's true. Can never tell.
Homer, make a mental note of this game.
available,
Kinfire
so
Chronicles.
go ahead,
Maybe
go
this
sign
is one
up,
we should
and,
look into.
As one, I also wanted to offer, like, we'd love to have the OTK crew come play our game, stream it if you'd like, and
Well, so this was the game that we played on Discord, and we got a little bit of an idea about it and everything. Yeah, I actually kind of liked it. I mean, I think that what I enjoyed a lot about the game is the fact that it had kind of like a little bit of an on-rails storytelling, but at the same time, you could deviate from it and kind of just do whatever you want. I think that's the really great middle ground that a lot of people, because, you know, doing an entire Dungeons & Dragons campaign is really hard. Like, we've done it ourselves, Rich and I have, and it takes a lot of work. And so you have like the pre-made ones that you can also deviate from and do different things, and it kind of spreads out in a web almost, right?
yeah, exactly. It's such a fun experience being able to create this journey with your friends at the table. And yeah, the game's there to kind of give you the structure and guideline, but it's really up to you at the table to really
I have 2 hours,
and really bring each
less than 2 hours to finish
All right. Yeah, that makes a
all
lot
this
of sense.
stuff
And
again,
it's
before
gonna
the
be on
dailies reset.
KinfireChronicles.com. Jane from Incredible Dream, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Are any of you
And,
online
Rich,
right now?
I think it's back to you.
Yeah, I am excited to talk about that just a little bit more because,
Okay,
as you
online.
mentioned, we did get a small chance to actually play the game, and a lot of people already know I am a huge fan of actually getting to play tabletop games, not only D&D, but also games like Arkham Horror, which have a really unique narrative experience. And guess what? The people who made that are working on this experience. So if that's
Dude,
the
I've
type
been
of thing
wanting
you
to
like,
play
definitely
Arkham
check it
Horror.
out. It's going to be very unique to anything else that you would be able to
Been
play,
wanting
and
to
I'm
play
also
that
excited
one.
that you can play it online, because every single time I try to play something that's actually a tabletop game with Asmon, he refuses to leave his house. So maybe we'll actually be able to play this one together. But as we move through the RPG section in general, Asmon will actually probably ban me in his chat for saying this, but I'm kind of bat-chesting IRL. This is one of my favorite
David,
genres
why don't
of
you
game
hang out
games,
with these
and the
guys?
next one's actually got me very
You're
excited
Texan.
too. It's coming from Bellular Studio.
They're obviously
Coffee
just-
Box Games Ltd.
They're obviously
Let's take a
just
look
right
at
beside you.
Beyond.
Just down the street.
So you're looking a job, eh? Let me tell you what you're getting yourself into. We'll be sailing aboard the Temperance, a rescue vessel sent out to find her sister ship, lost in the ice. As my second in command, you'll be responsible for 24 crew members. Well, 36 if you count the sled dogs. I suggest you study the crew manifest, get to know everyone, and try to keep them on your side. It could save lives one day. God forbid the cold takes me.
This is definitely not a game I'm
That'll
interested
leave you
in.
charge. Life on the ice is cruel.
Nothing about this is interesting to me, unfortunately.
Will you make the choices no one else can? Promise me you'll do right.
Yeah, this is this game screams Homer, for sure.
Whatever it takes. Let's just hope it doesn't come to that, shall we?
Pale Beyond. It's a good name, actually. It's a good name.
So, Asmon, I'm not sure. Have you actually gotten a chance to play or deep dive anything with Pale Beyond yet?
Honestly, I haven't seen anything about it. And so this is, guys, This is Bellure's game, and a lot of people might not know this, but based off of that premise, it's actually very, very close to something that happened in real life. It was a ship that got caught in the Antarctic. They were trying to go all the way around the world. It got iced over.
There's
and,
a demo. Let us know what you think of
dogs.
it.
Oh,
whenever you play it.
Titanic.
No, it was before that.
Oh.
Yeah, it was before that. And I think pretty much all of them survived, but it was a massive undertaking. And I think that's really cool to actually take something that actually kind of happened in history and then make it into a legitimate game.
Yeah, and also, you know, one of the things that I'm pretty excited about, you know, with Bellulare, you kind of know that the game's probably going to have a very different monetization scheme than we've seen in other games recently.
I'll be curious, you know, like, what if it had, you know, a dozen different loot boxes?
What's it gonna do?
Play all the way into it, whatever. And
Your
I don't
move,
know.
Bellulare.
I really like the thing that I like about it a lot is that it takes like that you know, like grisly aesthetic of, you know, going and being, you know, out on the sea back in the 1700s or 1800s where there's no cell phones, there's no GPS or anything like that. You're just out there surviving. And as somebody who's like, I've read some of these stories, that's how I know. I think it's badass.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think that one of the cool things to do as well would be to talk to Bellulare sometime more about the game. Maybe we get him on Allcraft or something soon and actually get to take a deeper look. But we do have some more games to look at as well, so let's take a look from a game coming from Gellyberry Studios. This one is called Ethereal Echoes of Yore.
Echoes of you. Oh shit. It's Diablo! Finally! Now I can play Diablo. God. The Orblo. This also feels RuneScape-y. Oh, dude, this is actually like EverQuest. This is actually just EverQuest. Amazing. Minecraft Dungeons. I hate to even be this guy, but if this isn't a free-to-play game, I don't know, man.
I'm really excited to unpack that one just a little bit more. It definitely, I can tell it draws a little bit of inspiration from one of the first games that really drew me into gaming, where Asmon actually, I think he's one of the only people who knows the story about just how much I loved it and how much I dived into it. And lucky for us, I see him smiling over there, but now we're going to throw the camera over there as well, because Asmon is ready for an interview with the lead designer from Ethereal Echoes of Yore.
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Hi, pretty good. Hello, Asmon. Hey, chat. How are you guys?
It's been a while. I've saw this game over the past like month or so, and I've had a lot of people bring it up to me, and it's pretty cool to see it actually here at the Games Expo. And really, what was your inspiration around making Ethereal?
So Ethereal, actually, we started working on Ethereal 8 years ago, and we'd kind of gotten tired of the current MMO scene because we felt like it was very cookie cutter, linear progression, you know, and we felt like the soul had been taken out of the genre in a way.
Yes.
So that's kind of how it started, and what we did is, being an engineering team, we,
oh my god, that
we just
movement
started
speed
like
upgrade.
at the,
Holy
we started
God.
to learn, and we just took our time with it and made sure we made all the core systems as they should be, and that's kind of how it just kept on growing, you know. We just wanted to create like this immersive fantasy world.
So you have like people that are building like cities and different houses and buildings together, and you also have like guild housing. Because I remember whenever I first saw the trailer, I was like, oh, this is okay, you know, it's all right, right? But then whenever I saw everybody building stuff together, I was like, wow, this is really cool.
Yeah, so all the building in on the continent of Air Mesa, it's massive and it's non-instance. So if you as a guild, you own a plot, you can actually, as guild masters and officers, you can assign plots to infrastructure, which you can use for like roads or marketplaces. And then you can also assign them
sore
to
tailbone.
guild members. So if
We still have an hour left.
a lot of work getting the plot, or if you want to give them a house of their own,
Okie dokie.
they can start building. And all the building is grid-based, so you can even dig down and you can build basements. You can build up into well, quite a lot of floors. So yeah, it's very free in that sense, and we feel like the building aspect of it is a very big part of the game.
I think that looks really, really cool. I'm excited to see that. And you're talking about the soul of MMOs. What are some of the design philosophies behind this game?
So all of like the core mechanics of Ethereal, like the crafting and the gathering.
Lots for bounties for the day, boys.
They're very like deep mechanics. But in our opinion, it doesn't matter how good mechanics you have if they're not all tied together. So one of the core philosophies of Ethereal is like, if you want to be a master craftsman, like let's say a blacksmith, for example, then you should impact the server because you are a blacksmith, right?
It's been crashing your
PC. Special kinds
Dude,
of quests,
what the
and you would be
fuck?
contributing to the server's economy as
Got
a blacksmith.
phones,
So
don't
that's how
you?
you chose to play, and you can do this for leatherworking. You can do this as a combat character, an adventurer, as a tradesman with a caravan. So that's kind of the idea. Is we want to build like this immersive playstyle where you're building your character. It's not just like oh, congratulations, you're the chosen one, which we see so much in games today. It's like you make the character you want to make, and then the game has mechanics that allow you to interact with the game itself. And as a result of that, since the servers are built up by these dynamic events the player take a part in, every server on Ethereal is different. So you might have a world boss on one server where the players failed to kill it, and now the town is destroyed. But on another server, they might have cleared the raid boss or a world boss, and that town is just fine on that server. So that's kind of the way that players are interacting as a community and changing the outcome of the servers.
Yeah, I think
That's actually
really
kinda
interesting,
dope.
and especially whenever you get into like the impact that players can have on a server on like a macro and a micro level. I think that's really one of the most interesting things for these games, because people oftentimes like MMOs, they have, it's like the main thing that you do is you have your combat level, and then blacksmithing, leatherworking, anything else besides that, all of those things are secondary. So in this game, they are much more of a primary method of play, as well as combat.
Correct. So like so raids in Ethereal are very different in that like raids are an event that you lead up to, and up to this it could be like, say they're a cult is trying to summon a demon boss, and so crafters will be involved in this because they need to gather magical materials that enchanters and blacksmiths will create like wards, like anti-magic wards in the game to make the raid boss actually manageable or easier or whatnot. So realm firsts are not only tied to the best combat players, but they're also tied to having the most dedicated crafters and the most dedicated craftsmen on the server as well.
Can't remember where the
Alright,
thing.
that
It's
sounds
probably
like
under
a lot, and I
skills.
gotta ask, like, what do you think really is going to separate Ethereal from among many other of these Kickstarters that never really happened?
Yeah, so I think the main thing is that we have a game. Like we had an open alpha that ran through the entirety of May. We've spent the last 8 years building the infrastructure and the tools. Like we're not using any third-party libraries or anything. We've built everything from scratch, and the game is highly optimized. It's already at a stage where all we're doing is just shaping out content. So as a result of that, we already have a game. It's not like we're promising mechanics we don't have. Guild housing already works. PvP, arena, BGs already works. Gathering and crafting already works.
It must be under
already
this.
works. You know, like and the tools we've made let us create content very fast, even though we're a small team. During the
There it
alpha,
is.
we created an entirely new 5-man dungeon with 4 unique bosses in it, and that dungeon with a team of 4 we created in 3 days.
Oh my
God. It took players longer to clear the dungeon than we.
I don't have
created
any
the dungeon, which is
pieces
quite
for this
How many players can be in
build.
the dungeon?
So we have anything from 5 to 20
I
minute
have
dungeons.
one piece
So dungeons
here
in Ethereal are what you'd expect
for the
from
PvP build.
like traditional MMOs, like you just go into an instant zone and you clear up and all the bosses.
Okay.
But then raids are a separate thing where, like I said, that involves the entire community where like crafters are involved.
I want this one so bad, dude.
So that's
Legendary perk for this one is your consecration
Okay, yeah,
moves
I mean,
with
honestly,
you.
This thing
That's so
seems pretty
fucking
exciting.
sick.
So when do you think it's going to be out?
So we are current plans are to launch the game on April 2023. So it's under a year from now.
2023.
And we're going to be
Wow.
doing several kinds of play tests throughout. So make sure to follow us on Discord. Check out our YouTube channel if you want a deep look into the game. We also have a Twitch channel, Ethereal /Ethereal MMO. If you want to see me work on the game live, I do some game dev streams every now and then. If you want to come and learn something. And yeah, just come and enjoy the game. And the tests are going to be anything from PvP matchmaking to guild housing testing, and we just want people to get involved. And no tests will ever cost anything. They're all entirely free. Everyone gets a key, and it's going to be a great time.
Okay, yeah. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing your game. As I said, I've been hearing about this back and forth for quite a while, so it's good to finally get a chance to talk to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and again, guys, make sure you can add Ethereal to your Steam wish list now. And we have joined with us two other RPG experts here. We have SFan TV and Soda Poppin' TV. How you guys feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Ati runes.
Soda Poppin' TV is. I'm not.
I thought you
there's no
had
TV
that
in
on
my
one
name.
of them.
It's your Twitter.
Don't you have that on YouTube?
You not know your own Twitter?
I do.
Yes.
Ah, yeah, that's what I thought.
Not your Twitch,
Right.
though.
Not my Twitch.
Not the Twitch. Okay. What do y'all think?
You go ahead.
I mean, I think it all looks great.
Yeah.
One kind of I think one of the big themes that we're seeing across all these RPG games, they all kind of harken back to like the old school feel, right? They're like, oh, like we want like an old school MMO feel, we want an old school RPG feel, and I think the reason for that is honestly because the RPG player base, the community of people that play RPGs are always talking about that. Like, oh, well, I want to have this. I want to have this that I played in that game. I think it was Genfanad that had it drew inspiration from RuneScape that talked about before.
Yeah.
So no, it's very, very cool to see that's kind of a focal point for a lot of these studios, for a lot of these developers, and I'm excited to see going forward what they come up with.
I'm kind of excited to see where this Ethereal game goes, because one thing that's really interesting to me about it is the fact that they had like these large-scale dungeons, but the difference it seemed is it wasn't like super fast-paced, because whenever you're talking about these dungeons,
as they talk about it more and more, this is actually more and more interesting to me.
But like it's a little bit more slowed down and more
Just the like
impactful
community
and
aspect of
deliberate,
it,
and I
I
like
think is
that.
kind of cool.
I'm looking at, there's 3 types of RPGs we have here on my list. I was taking notes.
Of course.
We've got a board game on this list. We've got a couple of RPGs, but it seems like we have a couple of MMOs, which aren't. Those are no joke when it comes
Straight
to
up. That's why we asked, because it's like, how are you going to make this happen? Like, how many of these games we have? And like, I've watched how many YouTube videos reacted to them on YouTube of, wow, look at this MMO that raised $700,000, and in 3 years they've developed a picture of a 3D model of a horse that looks like it came out of Oblivion. It's not exactly very promising with these Kickstarters. People worry about this, but the thing with Ethereal is that they have a date for it. They're planning it, and it seems like what really made me feel confident about it is the fact that they were talking about how a lot of the base systems were already done. So they're not talking pie in the sky, oh yeah, we're going to have this crazy cool thing at some point in the future. They already have it done, and they're just making the content.
A couple of things I noted when you were doing your interview there. Great questions, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
He mentioned guilds. I heard building, which is pretty big. I noticed there was a healing DPS and I think a tank role, which I think is something I love.
Why the fuck, if I turn the volume off completely, the master volume on Diablo Immortal, why are they able to send me a fucking sound message? Are you fucking serious? Get real. That is such bullshit.
Love in an MMO. It seems like time is rewarded, which is pretty massive, and it's going to be ready in under a year.
It looks like that PvP in too.
I saw Arena.
Yeah,
you
they had
know, of course
Arena and
that stood out to
Battlegrounds.
me.
I would have asked how many people on the server can a server have, because like I love whenever you have like thousands of people on a server,
That's
a
what
lot
that
of people on a
was,
server,
yeah.
and it's like
I
a
apologize.
living, breathing world. I mean,
Yeah.
we were all
Not
on
to mention also,
Arena in Classic.
Yeah.
The
you know?
servers are different. He mentioned how,
Yeah.
you know, and of course, you know, you're going to have one server that's probably min-maxed to oblivion.
Oh, yeah.
Where, every world boss, dead, instant.
yeah.
But of course, you're going to have some servers that might be a little lower pop, more tight community based, and are
Yeah.
going to be way more unique. And so there's going to be like an attraction to all the servers, right?
Well, something we've noticed in a lot of the games that we've played growing up is individual servers would have their own culture, and not every server was the same. So that's exactly what you're talking about. I think it's totally reasonable to think that's going to
true.
happen.
I had that happen. My original WoW server was full of a bunch of really nice people, and I never really fit in. Finally, I went over to Kel'Thuzad, and there was a bunch of assholes. I finally fit home. It was great, and so I think that's definitely true. And like Soda, you're right about like occasionally there are those servers where all of the professional players go on those servers, you know?
Another game that seemed, you know, to kind of hit a lot of the nails on the head as well was Nightcrawlers. See, is that an MMO?
I'm not really sure.
No, Nightcrawlers.
I think that it's got.
Can I see that again?
It looked a little bit more of like an ARPG style. It had a lot of roguelite elements, and I think that's fun. I have not played a whole lot of roguelites, but man, playing games like Vampire Survivors and getting into it a little bit more recently, it's super, super fun.
I noticed there was a boss fight in here, a big-ass bird. I like that. I saw the gear, the upgrades. It looked satisfying. I love those kind of games, so I love seeing this. And then we also had a board game. The board game looked pretty fun. You know.
So anyway, we actually had an opportunity to play it for the first time, like maybe a couple of weeks ago or so. Soda, were you there for that?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, okay, I thought so. I was making sure.
I was looking over Esfan's shoulder. He was the one playing. I was
yeah, that's about right. And so we tried playing this game, and we did like the online version of it. And I think one thing that D&D can have that like I have kind of a problem with is sometimes things drag on. And I felt like with Kinfire Chronicles that there was really good pacing to it. It wasn't something where it's like you're sitting and making 5 different rolls if you're going to pick up a roll of bread.
Yeah. I mean, the team is legit. You know, I was looking at some of the art that I was looking at. Like, this is high quality stuff. It looked like a really fun, complicated board game that, you know, board game extraordinaires. I've been trying to get into it. I have friends that beg me to play all the time. Are gonna love. You know, Rich is over here. You know,
he's giggling
in excitement. So it's definitely a top of the line board game.
It's going to be exciting to see what Jenny and the crew over there are going to be able to put together.
Yeah, I mean, I think so too. I'm pretty excited. I'm curious to see, like, whenever it actually comes out, like how one of the campaigns plays out fully, because we only did like maybe 30 minutes, like an hour and 30 minutes, somewhere around there of like play testing of it. And like, of course, you can't finish anything in that time period. So I'm kind of curious to see what's going to happen whenever the game's actually out. And it's like, how expansive, how many different options do you have in these things? And I think it's going to be great.
We had 2 other games that we got to watch. There was Pale Beyond was on there with the boat. You said something about you knew the dev.
It happened. The story in there actually happened. I think it was one of the first people. Like, I don't remember the guy's name. They had made a number of like books and I think even an adaptation for like a movie about it. And you know, they got stuck out in the ice and they had to go to like another island. They went to an island after that, and they finally found some people and they got saved.
Christopher Columbus.
Oh yeah, of course. That's right. How did I forget
I think this
about
was the
who that
Mayflower.
Yeah, and so that was one thing I thought was really cool, was it was actually kind of based on something real, but you can move it around and change it up a little bit. So I thought that was cool. And also the Genfanob, what I liked about that is that there was never any sense of like, oh, like it's like they just said like, yeah, give us money. Yeah, we need money.
Yeah.
At the very end, like, yeah, so you guys are you're gonna pay us money. That's about it.
No, I think it was also cool just to talk about Pale Beyond again. And you mentioned this earlier. That's Bellular's game.
Yeah.
You know, and Bellular's talked about it a lot. And Bellular's, he's a friend of ours, and we're fans of his. And it's just cool to kind of see like see it all kind of come together. You know.
Seeing a friend's game, you know, kind of like see it on the big screen. I don't know Bellular personally, but I saw the voice act or heard the voice acting, and I was like, oh, this trailer's pretty cool. And then of course I saw the art of the boat. I was like, this looks kind of grim. And then you tell me it's a real story. I'm like, oh shit. Oh,
well, that's why.
It's even more grim. So, you know, and I saw there's probably going to be some serious decision making you have to make. People dying. It says you're the captain. You probably got to send people off to die. Otherwise, everyone dies. And it's like, whoa. So it looked pretty cool. I think the last game on the list was, where is it?
It was the Ethereal.
Not Ethereal, no. We had Pale Beyond, Kinfire Chronicles. I could not pronounce this. Okay, or I could not spell it. Ginfinad?
Yeah.
How do you say it?
Ginfinad?
Ginfinad.
I think.
I don't know.
And then that was RuneScape inspired. And
yeah, it looked. Okay, I was gonna say. Yeah, it looks.
Well, that's something that they themselves have said. That's what inspired it. So.
What's up, John?
It's very cool to
What's
see.
up, guys?
I personally have never played RuneScape, but I have a
We're,
lot of friends who love the hell out of it.
We're catching up on the OTK Game Expo stuff that happened.
He'll win.
Both.
I mean, it takes a few hours, but it's like
I am not playing RuneScape. I am playing Diablo Immortal.
It's like RuneScape inspired.
What? It now stole its babies. You see that?
Game Race was a curse one.
It took over. It's its new mom.
Yeah.
In a good way
like
or a
the graphics.
bad?
A lot of people love this kind of art style. And it seems to be a
What's
massive
up,
time
General
sink,
Tank?
for people that are wanting that. It looks fun. I see railroads, I see lakes, I see rivers, and farming.
There you go.
Lots of farming.
Lots of farming, that's right. It's like, yeah. And they even said, they're like, yeah, level up useless skills. Okay, good. I like that. There's no no wool being pulled over our eyes. It's just right, direct. We're going to tell you this is what it is.
Yeah.
And I think people appreciate that. It's good.
Well, you're more than welcome to chill out here as long as you want. We're just.
What, y'all were? I'm
how
just
much?
talking.
How much do we have? We have 40 minutes left of this Expo thing that happened.
We got schedules.
Yeah.
I have an hour and a half until dailies reset.
Well, anyway,
in Immortal.
I have to say, I'm very excited about the Ethereal game. But
We're just
anyway,
chilling.
guys, listen, what you're excited for, let us know on the Discord, OTK Network Discord. We're going to be announcing the winners. The games that you vote for are going to be getting a $50,000 grant, and also a Racer PC powered by Intel.
You are not
We'll take
welcome,
it back
but
over to
we'll
Rich,
take you
and
anyway.
yeah.
Speaking of playing, I'm very excited for the next portion of our show because Asmon's actually going to be playing something, and we might get to see him mauled out live on stage. We do have a trailer ready for this one as well, so we're going to watch. Did you know?
About what?
That you were going to play?
I knew I was going to play. I didn't know there was a trailer.
Yeah, I believe we get to actually look at the trailer right now, too.
Well, how about that?
Let's take a look. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at Crowsworn.
Oh, this is a game that a buddy of mine was.
Where on earth have you been?
I've been here. I think this is a game that a buddy of mine has been obsessed with and following for like 5 years or something. If it's the one I think it is. Maybe it isn't. This isn't looking familiar. This is definitely not the game I thought it was. Oh shit, it's Hollow Knight. Oh man, it is really Hollow Knight. Won't release Silksong, huh? Well, maybe I'll just do it for you. This kind of looks dope. Oh my god, he has the Sonic move. That looks sick.
Is it time? Is it finally time? Do I get to play this game? I can't hear anybody.
Release date to be announced, to be determined. All right.
Hello?
Well, let's just add
Hey,
that.
hey,
right
what's
now.
up, man?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I absolutely can. How you
cool.
doing?
Doing well. How you doing yourself?
I'm doing okay. All right, so we are here with Crowsworn, and my understanding is you have a boss fight planned out for me?
Yeah.
Well,
that's exactly it.
I'm expert in Elden Ring, and I beat all the
Okay.
Dark Souls games, and so we'll just get this out of the way. As you guys can see, moving around, I actually really like this a lot. It reminds me a lot of one of my favorite games, Bloodborne. I like the aesthetic of it, the shining, everything about it. It's really, really cool. So let's go ahead. We're going to take this boss down, beat his ass.
I mean, there is a lot of
I
Bloodborne
tried to
in
do
it.
one attempt or two attempts, and then they said I couldn't try it because they wanted me to do it on screen. And so basically, like this. All right. So I go up there, and let's.
So
okay,
what's up,
all right.
Lineback?
So we're.
How are you?
That was good. That was good.
Bro, I think the game's bugged.
Yeah.
Is it supposed to play like this?
Yeah. There's a.
This Veronid is
farming
kicking my
component, but
ass.
it's working.
Okay, all right, that's fine. I try it again. We're going to beat his ass. All right, here we go. So, is there like a cheat code I can use, or do I have to actually like...
Actually, the last demo update they sent you was literally the thing that took out the cheat codes.
I learned Python.
Okay.
Nice.
That's not looking good. All right, so I jump over here, and then... man, bro, how you... No, okay, all right. Well, if I go right here, okay, good. And then go over there. Oh, I see. I know I did it right. Okay. And, all right. So I watch out.
Oh, yeah. You're also not using your healing, but that's cool. That's cool.
What button is that?
I don't know what it's mapped to on yours. Probably.
Dude, there's been like a handful of games that I thought
Keyboard?
have looked really
heal is
good
A. Okay, heal
in
is
this
A.
so far.
I got it.
This game is so freaking up my alley, though. Holy
all right,
crap.
here we go. Let me try and heal. Okay, we're good. All right, guys, it's all right. I beat him right here. Here we go. Let's try this out. And there it is. Come on, fuck on. All right. Jump over here. And, okay, all right, jump over. All right, good. Shit. Okay. Oh, my. Dude, how you avoid that? Oh my god! All right, what if I? Oh, it's in the middle. Okay, all right. I jump this. I jump. Okay, I jump over here. All right, what's he gonna do? What? Shit. Okay. All right. Jumping.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
It's like I'm not gonna let this happen. Okay. So is this one of the hardest bosses, right? It's one of the hardest ones.
First one. probably.
It's like, yeah, let's go with that.
Okay, all right, that's good. Yeah, see, I mean, it's one of the
Yeah,
hardest
go
ones,
that.
guys. Yeah, I'm not even worried about it. All right, here we go. I'm gonna take it seriously this time. So I run up on him, I hit him with the scythe, I jump over him, and then he does this bullshit where he jumps up, I go back down, I hit it, I jump away, he jumps right there, and then I'm here. See, there we go. All right, I jump.
All right, all
There's
my bounties
no way,
are
bro.
done.
There's no way. Okay, all right, I got that one. Okay, all right, move out of that. Good. And then I jump, and I beat his ass. All right, there we go. Jump away. What's this? What that? What is
This-
that? Like
this
I'm getting
enemy's
wombo
reach
comboed in the
is
All right,
actually
just
kind of
get-
insane.
Okay, all right, jump.
His reach is actually
Okay,
kind
all
of
right, jump.
insane.
Oh, how do you know I was gonna be up there?
Yeah. You're also, there's a dodge roll in this one too, so you're not using that one.
Oh.
And there's an air dash to help you just like hover in the air a bit.
Uh-huh.
Go figure. It's almost like
okay.
dodging will probably
All right,
help you
that's
win.
gonna help. That's gonna help. All right. So. Oh. And then the air dash. What was that again?
It should work if you just press the regular evade in the air, I think.
I get it. All right. No, that's it. See, I just didn't know how to play it. Now I'm gonna beat him here.
Yeah, it's
Here
all
we
good.
go.
It's all good.
Yes, first try. All right. Okay. Yeah, right. Like, oh my god. All right. Jump. Over. Jump. Over. See, I knew that was going to happen.
Honestly, this fight is pretty readable.
Okay, all right. That's good. And I'm right here. Okay, good.
That's always the one
Now
thing
he's gonna
that
do the thing.
worries
I
me
jump. He
with
didn't
like
do the thing.
indie
Okay, and then he does this.
Souls-inspired games.
Get away from me! Come on, man! Okay, all right, good. I'm actually good. What? No. Okay, all right, got him. All right, there it is. Nice. All right. Bro, I beat him. He's 100% dead here. Wait. Oh, no, I got to do this again. Okay, that's fine. I'm not going to get hit again. I just won't get hit. I'm going to turn off damage. Turning off damage. Okay. Bro, what?
I really like that death screen. I think
Was
that's pretty cool.
Was I close?
Probably.
Okay.
Probably
Okay.
there.
All right. Yeah. See,
Yeah.
It was like one
Yeah.
hit. He was one hit. Okay.
Almost
it's fine.
there.
All right. We do it.
We can do it.
It's fine. Okay. Wait. Oh, I hit the wrong button. It's okay. I did that on purpose.
That's right. Styling.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, was a heal. All right.
Kind of feeling like I want to
Then-
just
okay,
fast
that was
forward to the
rigged.
next
You can use your heals.
game announcements or game
I think it's-
showcasing.
at least you got
Not
something.
announcement,
Okay,
showcases.
all right. Got it.
Yeah, now you got no more.
This easier whenever you heal.
It is. Yeah.
Okay. Let me run. Jump. No. This. No. All right. Good. Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right, this is where I win.
I mean, honestly, I don't think this fight looks particularly easy that he's doing.
Nah,
or anything.
dude, what?
I ain't hating. I would just rather
what?
be playing it myself,
Oh
so
my
I don't
God.
really
All
want
right,
to
all right,
watch
we'll
it.
do it again. How much? Well, I had 10 minutes, right? Guys, how much is on the clock?
You have 10 minutes? There's a clock?
Am I?
10 minutes?
Okay, all right, 3 minutes. Yeah, exactly. I got plenty more time. All right, I'm gonna kill him here.
Yeah, no, sorry.
What?
You're 8 minutes overtime.
What?
You're
No,
8
I'm
minutes
not.
overtime. Yeah, that makes sense.
There's no way. All right, I beat him right here. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, man, I'm at.
Heal.
Bro, I
Don't heal?
think there's sometimes you gotta know when to hold them. Sometimes you gotta know when to fold them, man. You gotta know when to fold them. So this is like the last boss, the hardest boss in the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, all right, that's good.
Last one.
Okay,
Spoiled.
All right, 100%. I beat him here, 100%.
Time Worn Scroll. Immortals, eternal glory
Just couldn't get
awaits,
me
or
there.
shadows tasked with a dark
All right, good.
burden.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, all right. That was actually totally my fault. Okay. All right, that was all right. Okay, all right. Heal. Everything's fine. Dude, he's doing this cheating shit, man. Oh my God. Okay. No, it just. Oh my God. There's no. I didn't think he was gonna do that. Oh my. Okay. All right. Focus. This is where I win. All right,
Mark,
this is where I win.
created the clan, by the way. I
hit the
can't
wrong
send invites to offline players.
It doesn't
though.
matter because I'm gonna win anyway.
Just as a heads up, the clan
I
has
got
been
one life.
created
I
tonight,
got.
actually.
Okay, I'm about.
How much money have I put into Diablo?
All right,
$5.
all right. It's okay.
For the season pass.
All right. It's okay. I got. We'll be fine. Here we go. Let me try this again. Okay. What are y'all? Man, y'all trying to mess me up?
God.
Stop. Quit trying to mess me up, man. I'm about to win. I'm about to win right now. Watch. Real quick. Watch me. I'm not even gonna get hit. I don't know how that happened. That was no, straight up. Like I didn't mean to do that though. Like I actually didn't mean to do it. All right. So now he's doing this bullshit, man.
Wait, actually, I think you got this. Just do damage.
Okay, that's. Oh, why he was there? Okay.
Read the note in your pocket.
Okay. All right. Now he's doing this. Okay. Good. All right. We avoid. Oh my God. Yo, that was rigged. It's fine. Okay. All right. Big dick on.
$5 for
Come on,
the battle pass is okay.
Doesn't matter.
What they get you
jump
with
over there,
though
jump over that.
is
Yeah, there it is. There. Oh, yeah. Got him. Yes.
Let's turn that down for a second. Well, until it's over. What they get you with is this boon of plenty thing. So this gives you inventory expansion, remote market access if you like the market stuff, and market trade slots, and then a bunch of other crap. The thing is that they charge you this every month. This is every month you pay an amount or whatever for it. This type of thing I'm not crazy about, but I mean, I also don't have to do it, so.
I like this game a lot. I really, really do. Like, this is a super fun game. It reminds me a lot of the type of like frustration that I get with Dark Souls type games, and it's a 2D one. I love it. Thank you so much for showing me this game, and I'm probably gonna play this when it comes out.
2D one.
Like, straight up, this is really cool.
Has this motherfucker never played
I'm excited.
Salt and Sanctuary,
well, thank you so much, man.
Blasphemous,
I really do appreciate
Hollow Knight?
But we're gonna go ahead and go to a commercial break.
There's like
but again,
a
gentlemen,
list of things.
Prosworn. Probably during the break, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna be honest.
Can I say one thing before you bounce?
Please.
There may be some Kickstarter people watching. We promised a demo to them, so I just want to take a moment to announce that
man who's only
this will
played
be
10
a
games.
demo we'll be sending to you guys soon as well.
Really? Okay, so if they want to support your Kickstarter, what can they do?
Oh, it's over. We already had like a reasonably successful Kickstarter.
Imagine that. Okay, yeah. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. This game's really cool. So thank you. I appreciate it a lot.
This game does look really cool. I'm a little bit annoyed that I'm not playing it.
Take care. See you.
I'm vaguely annoyed.
Oh my god. I just looked at myself on the camera. I look so greasy. Nobody told me that for the whole time. I look not that kind of hot though. Like overheated. Okay. Yeah, I guess so. Of course, yeah. Well, guess what, guys? We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna do a commercial break. Then afterwards, we have a very special announcement for you guys.
This next announcement, we didn't really tease it or anything like that, but I have been so excited for it all day long. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very excited to introduce Notorious.
What?
I'm Chris. I'm Cole. And I'm John.
Oh.
And this is Notorious Studios. We're a small game company that started last year, and we're trying to make a game.
What game are we making,
Okay.
John? I don't know what our game is. Project Honor is a class-based online action RPG where you can go on adventures with your friends or on your own to get loot and resources to gear out your character. The game is still really, really early.
So it's
and we're still
Diablo.
trying to figure a lot of things out. But really, the guiding star for us is class fantasy.
We want to sell that character and
Diablo.
class fantasy.
Okay,
through
I'm
every
in.
single aspect of your gameplay. How you open a chest, how you walk, how you talk, how you interact with different creatures and characters and stuff like that should be all through your class. Other than class fantasy, another big pillar for us is player stories. A big compelling thing with games these days is just you play an experience, and then when you come out of that experience, you have like a story of what happened. Something the team does right now, one of our rituals, is we do this weekly Thursday playtest. And we know when the game is doing well, when outside of the playtest, everybody is just kind of talking about a cool story or a moment that happened, right? Yeah. And so that's really kind of what we're shooting for. The third pillar for us is we're building a new world. A lot of us came from the World of Warcraft team, and so we're all really world builders.
One of the coolest things about starting at the studio was starting everything, like literally even just the world starting from nothing. And working in UE5 has really opened up a lot of really cool opportunities for us to block out spaces at large scale and small scale.
Allows us to kind of just try something and just, nope, that doesn't work, throw it away, let's try this. Oh, that felt really cool, let's keep that, let's take little snippets and
Man, I hope they show something though.
And then carry that stuff forward as we kind of
God, please have something to show.
Or mature an area.
We want our world to feel like its own character. We want you to explore it and learn about it and defend yourself from it and benefit from it.
I'm Esfand, Senior Paladin, the People's Paladin, Grand Marshal, Scarab Lord. Gladiator, Esquire. I'm the acting CEO here at Notorious, and I'm incredibly, incredibly happy with the development of the project so far. I mean, really carrying out my vision for what this game is going to be and what this experience is going to be.
Non-adventurers.
The reality of it is, it's not just an experience.
What's this for?
I was just there's cameras.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Tips, and I'm the Chief Operating Officer at OTK. I'm very excited to talk to you guys about our new partnership with Notorious Studios. Now, for those that don't know, Notorious started approximately 1 year ago. A collective of former Blizzard, Amazon Games, and other developers got together for the goal to create a brand new high fantasy virtual world experience. And as a longtime gamer and World of Warcraft player myself, I could not be more excited to work side by side with Chris Kaliki and the team to help deliver what we believe to be the future of high fantasy open world games. So the partnership between Notorious and OTK starts a little over a year ago when Chris Kaliki hit me up on Discord, wanted to talk to me a little bit about this new project he was working on. Now, Chris Kaliki, if you guys don't know, created the Monk class in World of Warcraft, longtime class designer on WoW. He's been there, for years and years and years. And as somebody that really enjoys playing Brewmaster Monk, I thought it was a tremendous opportunity to get to meet Chris, learn more about his project, and really just pay homage to somebody that's helped, create some awesome experiences in my life playing games. We're longtime MMORPG players. We're longtime high fantasy enjoyers. And what really makes Notorious special in our eyes is their origins, is their humble beginnings as originally an MMORPG guild, full of friends, cohorts, people that enjoyed spending time together, and over time decided they want to work together. Sounds a lot like OTK. So from their beginnings, it was clear that there was a lot of alignment between our organization and Notorious.
Agreed.
And the more and more we talked about their game, their design philosophies, their intention for their studio, the more we realized that this is something we really want to be a part of and support.
I can't believe it. It's finally time. Chris, welcome to the show. I am just so astonished. Like you guys came down to Austin
mic isn't on,
6 months
is it?
ago, and
Or
we
did he
started
not say
talking
anything?
about this and getting into it. And I remember we stayed until the place we went to. They kicked us out. Yeah. I am so excited. So yes, this is Chris Kaliki here with me from Notorious Studios, and we are going to be talking about the game that they've been creating over the past about year or so.
Yes, yeah. Thanks for having me, and man, this is really, this is epic, man. This is really cool, and
It's crazy, right?
And I come from a AAA background. A lot of people from our team come from a AAA background, but now that we're indie developers, I know how hard it is to make a game from scratch, and then also how much work goes into the announcements and trailers and all of that. And everybody here, all the other games I saw today were just so awesome, and I'm just jealous for our moment of when we can show actual gameplay footage of the game. And I just want to stress about how early it is and get this development of the game. It's kind of unusual for a studio to I think show concept art and show talk about the game this early, just because if you could just set expectations just so high or whatever. But a lot of us from the team, and me especially, just kind of see the value in involving the player in the game development process, and that's you guys and other influencers that I've talked through and interacted with through the years has been kind of my way to connect to the player, and the best
we
games
talk on Discord.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the best games, I think, are involve the player throughout its whole development process. So we're trying some new things here, trying to going out there and being risky and kind of showing some of the stuff early. But yeah.
I'm sure SFan and Tips, you all went out to the studio yourselves, and you got a chance to take a look around. What do you think? How do you feel?
I thought it was absolutely incredible. Just getting the chance to go out there and I mean, Tip said it, in the video. We're fantasy enjoyers, right? And we're all.
I can't believe I said that.
Hey, we're enjoyers. That's what it is, and we're all cut from the same cloth. And really, from the first time we met, and I mean, you made a video really before Notorious and everything got started.
I reacted to it.
maybe publicly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Asmon reacted to it. But I remember watching that video, and I was like, this guy gets it. And it's not just you, but it's a whole it's the whole culture at Notorious. It's all the same, and it was a perfect fit. It's exciting to see that you guys are looking at games the same way that we look at games, the same way that a lot of people look at games. And I mean, just getting to play test the game a little bit was an incredible experience. Even though it's it's just in the beginnings, it already has a lot of promise. So I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, I mean, you were there during what I talked about in the videos, like our weekly ritual of play testing the game and giving feedback. And yeah, I'm really happy that you and Rich were able to be a part of that. So,
yeah. Well, it was funny. We went, and I don't remember how long we play tested exactly. Maybe it was like an hour or so, maybe a couple hours. I don't remember, but we play tested for maybe an hour or two. And we sat there and talked, I think, for 4 hours, just talking to everybody on the team and just hearing what people's vision was and gaming in general and just how people look at games is
I think we're done with game announcements,
guys.
guys.
I've had, and
Our game
working. So,
showcasing.
maybe I was cheating it a little bit, but
I think this is
it
about
was
to
a lot
wrap
of fun.
up.
Getting to play test the Warrior and stuff too.
Yeah. I know afterwards we just had like really long, several hour conversations, and you had a flight to catch, but I know Rich, he stayed around longer, and we had dinner, and man, Rich can just keep going and go. I don't know how Rich can just keep talking that much. It's just insane. So,
yeah.
But yeah, so much good feedback, and it really energized our team. One of the things that we loved about game development is, we have worked on a live game for a large part of our careers, and be able to like get stuff out there and get feedback. It just energizes us and gets us going. So.
And we appreciate it. We're not always used to developers opening up their doors and working side by side with content creators to give collaboration and feedback and stuff like that. And so just to reemphasize, guys, we have officially partnered up with Notorious Studios. We're going to be helping them, collaborating with them, giving feedback on their new open world RPG game that they're currently working on. We're super excited. The second we heard about their philosophy when it came to class design, how they wanted the world to be, a main character, and so on and so forth, it just completely struck a chord with us.
100%.
And so I just want to say thank you to Chris and the rest of the team at Notorious. We look forward to helping usher in the next generation of high fantasy and doing what we can to provide as much feedback as we can.
Do you want to talk a little bit about the game? Like kind of what it is, what it's not?
Yeah,
anything like that?
like please?
Yeah, I mean, we talked a little bit about it in the video. I think it's challenging to talk specifics about what the game is because it's a lot of things are in flux, and we kind of.
I mean, then I kind of don't care. Like, sorry.
But some of the elements in the game, like we talked about in the game, is I've worked most of my career as a class designer, and I love the RPG classes. I think it's just part of our zeitgeist, part of the culture. There's like an elf emoji and all of this, and so it's like we're trying to take all those ideas of all these different classes, and that's really what the heart of the game is trying to think of what is the ultimate fantasy of a warrior, of a priest, of I'm trying to make sure of a mage, and everything comes around from that, and so everything springs from that, and so how they interact with the world, how they interact with each other, making sure they have very distinct differences, and so a mage won't play like a warrior and a warrior won't play like a priest. And so, we're spending a lot of work on, making the different characters, essentially the classes are like a character in our game. And so they have their own kind of character model, their own kind of aesthetic, their own gear, their own look. And so it's not something shared between them. And so, it's expensive to do all of that, but we really think that, we're always looking for a game that makes us feel more like the class that we resonate with. I think we all kind of play RPGs and have a class that we always try to play in every RPG, and so we're trying to like take that core idea and just drive it to its ultimate, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and you can stop me if I start saying too much, but I 100% felt that way.
That's what I'm saying, Ace.
We all have it, right? Like Asmon is the warrior guy, right? I play a paladin. I got to play test the warrior, like I said earlier, and just getting a chance to, I don't remember if I was talking to John or Cole about this, but exactly what you said. I wanted to, when I'm playing a warrior, I want to feel like I'm playing a warrior. Whether it's the gear that I'm wearing, the buttons I'm pressing, what the abilities do, and having that degree of tactility, right? That degree of tactility from whenever I press a button and it was the ball and chain skill. Can I talk about this a little bit?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
go for it. Yeah.
So there's and everything is a work in progress.
This is going to be a 3-minute thing, probably, right?
Like 30, 45 seconds.
Are you sure?
50.
Okay.
So there's an ability, right, with the ball and chain where you essentially throw out the chain, you hit the guy, and you pull him back. And having that sort of feeling of I'm throwing out a heavy ball of metal on a chain, and it hits that guy. And sort of like, boom, oh, what the heck just happened? And you get ripped forward. Having that sort of feeling in the game and the player experiencing that is a huge thing. And it really just harkens on what you were saying about feeling like you're playing the class that you're playing. So I love it. It's awesome.
And yeah, and like with the
thing
warrior,
is
right,
I understand what they're
just
talking
like
about.
A walking
I get it.
weapon, like uses his body as a weapon, and so a lot of
like,
it allows for a lot of like.
We're not talking about the game in
build
any
off of that
detail.
concept.
I don't care.
So yeah, the one you're talking
until
about
we
here,
can.
and we're typing many different abilities and spells, and that's like one of my favorite things to do in game design is come up with abilities and spells. And so one that we just have for the warriors, he just grips you like you said, that we're just playing around with, and it allows for a lot of interesting moments of in gameplay that creates like different stories that come out of the match and that sort of thing.
I think I like that a lot, especially, like what is my aesthetic of a character? It's like a big, badass warrior with a massive two-handed sword or some sort of massive weapon. And like, especially like like using your body as a weapon and just like knocking things around, like the very impactful and forceful gameplay of it. I think that's something that a lot of people feel.
How to make it feel
kind of
real.
lost, right? Because you have the homogenization, you have things become closer and closer to themselves, and you forget about like what makes each class special and unique and more themselves.
No, totally. And I think the other aspect as well is just, heightening immersion where we can, about making you feel like that class and how you interact with the world, and creating different aspects in the world that, there could be an area that only the priests can go through and the warriors can't because they just can't fit through it, or things like that, right? And so we're playing around with a lot of different ideas that come from that kind of pillar, I guess.
Well, hey,
There's no
guys,
monsters
if you guys
in this
did not
area.
know already, Notorious is also currently hiring. They're looking to build up their team. This is just the beginning of what we hope to be an incredible journey with them. And if you guys want to join the Notorious Studios team, work side by side with us as well, check out the open roles right now on the screen. They're hiring an environment artist, HR operations, producer, animator, VFX artist, and we look forward to
Finally,
watching the
some
studio
monsters.
continue to grow. And, there's also something that we're doing very, very special today. We are, in celebration of this partnership, we are announcing a 5-time custom PC giveaway. You guys want to win a custom PC? Go ahead and check out the link in chat right now. In honor and celebration of our partnership with Notorious, we're going to be giving that to you guys in the chat right now. Make sure to sign up, and we'll be announcing the winner next week on Allcraft. So next week, hopefully, we'll be joined by Chris on Allcraft on Asmund and Rich's show. We'll be announcing the winner there, so make sure to sign up and get a chance to win a PC.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't know you were doing that.
Allcraft next week?
I guess so.
It's been a year probably in the making, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
okay,
a lot
that
to talk
is
about.
great. And what do you feel like this partnership means? Because we haven't really had a lot of game development studios really sit down and work directly with influencers. And so, how do you really expect to see that progress and evolve?
I think that's a great question. I think a lot of this, we're on the front lines of this kind of experience and trying to figure out like what that even means.
Yeah.
I think, as Tips was saying earlier, I think a big part of it is having you guys as a resource to bounce ideas. I mean, I would have done that anyways if we didn't partner. I'd be like, hey, what do you think about this ability or this concept or whatever? So certainly that sort of like advisorship is definitely, I think, really important. And then also being able to reach our target audience, which I think your audience and our audience is going to be so similar. And so I think that's going to be a big part of this. And yeah, like you mentioned, you don't see a lot of studios kind of talk about the concept of the game this early and then, go through the development journey in the open. And so I think that could be some cool opportunities for us to collaborate. We've only talked about 3 classes today, and we want to have, more classes in the game. We may unveil those later on, and so we could do that, on stream or something, or like.
I like the sound of
I've always thought it would be awesome to have like a jam session with the community, like let's brainstorm abilities. I don't know. We could like figure some cool stuff out, I think.
Oh, I've thought of that. Like, making subclasses for a warrior. What are the subclasses? Like a barbarian, a gladiator, a Spartan, or like, a long swordsman or something like that. So like, especially getting together and like being super creative like that. I think people absolutely love that. And before we go any further, I do want to remind everybody, this is your last chance to vote for the best games. And this is going to be, again, a $50,000 grant.
Voting's over.
These games are the winners. Make sure to go to the OTK Network Discord, and you guys can vote on those games. And we'll be announcing the winners in just a little bit here. But I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, there's only 1 minute. There's only literally 1 minute left
60
for
seconds.
this. So yeah, 60. Well, now it's 58. And so yeah, make sure you guys vote on that real quick. And I just am I'm so excited because I remember whenever we met up with you guys, and like Cole showed me some of the artwork. And I was just like, oh my God, finally. I was so happy.
Yeah, I think Cole even like drew you. Like he was in the hotel lobby. I was like, what are you sketching? And he made like an image of you. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think that was just an undead.
Yeah, it was like an undead Asmongold.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, so it's just Asmongold.
Yeah.
That's about right. Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm so excited, and just the whole thing about it is really cool, like what we've talked about with the game and where things are going. And I hope this really is the future of game development, because more so, we see more studios, the separation between the community and the developer sometimes becomes even larger with like social media and people trying to avoid, realistically, like some of the more vitriolic people. But it's really admirable and impressive to see people like you and your team sit down and actually try to talk with people and give them an audience and really involve them in the whole process.
Yeah, and I think a big thing we like about, influencers or OTK is just you guys are all about authenticity, and you're going to say what you really believe, and that's how we are, and that's how we operate in the studio. And so, yeah, I mean, even though, we call this a partnership and that sort of thing, I want to hear, like, the truth. I want to hear, like, what you really think.
We say it how it is, man.
Not looking for a shield.
Reels
like
before
that.
feels.
So ways,
that's how
right?
how we
all
develop games.
All about kind of like how we really feel, and
my game development doesn't care about your feelings.
Come out of that.
Well, I think that's the best way to make a game, right? Is whenever you're able to actually give legitimate, real feedback rather than, just kind of telling people what they want to hear. Yeah. And I think that's definitely been kind of a problem with game development over time. And so I think this is absolutely a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, this is turning into the Allcraft already. Like,
here's the thing, like they've been telling me, like, all right, stop. I just can't stop.
This is a lot of dudes that just got summoned. Holy
We'll talk
hell.
about more about this on Allcraft. Chris Kaliki from Notorious Gaming, thank you so much for coming on.
No, thank you.
We can't wait to work together.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody.
Sure, guys. We'll go to a commercial break, and then we'll talk about the winners.
Don't be encumbered by history. Go off and do something wonderful.
Exactly.
My name is
Homer.
Rethika Hansen, and I'm a market development manager at Intel. One of our founders, Robert Noyce, inspired us with these words many years ago.
Noyce.
And it is that inspiration that fueled the creation of Rise, Shine, Inspire last year. This program is a collaboration with our partners to equip their communities with the latest Intel technology to help them rise to a challenge they face, shine brilliantly as they succeed, and inspire others to do the same. To date, together with our partners, we've given away 20 brand new systems in front of 4 million followers from their awesome communities. We are so excited to work beside Razer at OTK Expo and do it again in front of all of you fabulous OTK fans. We wish the recipients abundant success as they rise, shine, and inspire. All the best. Thank you.
Gentlemen, it's been a long time. It's been quite a while, and I am just astonished. And I want to say thank you all so much for all the incredible support. We have had a tremendous first OTK Games Expo.
Pretty crazy day, to say the least.
I am in shock, especially like, I'm gonna be real, like the Notorious thing, I am just so glad is finally out. I can talk about it, I can think about it, and it's like I can just say stuff about it, right? That's so good.
I can't believe we didn't leak it. We leaked NMP's announcement, we leaked
pretty much
everything.
Like,
but
I've been just sitting here waiting on this thing. And guys, we're gonna be getting the winners of the giveaway in just a few minutes, voted on you by Discord. And until then, what do you feel like was like one of your favorite games?
Oh man, it's tough to pick. There were so many games that I really liked. Actually, this is kind of random, but Dwarf Romantic is not the type of game I typically play. But getting to sit down and relax and just actually build up a town is something.
Chill.
Imagine sitting down and
that's not
relaxing.
something I usually do. Oh wow, we actually get to look.
Yeah,
at it
imagine that. It's
Miz is just pointing at me, say my game, say my game.
Yeah.
Do I get to do? Can I hang out in your closet again? I love Mizkif's new game. It's what I've been looking for such a long time. Unrooted, you can follow them on Twitter right now.
That's good. Hashtag ad. That's good. Of course. Straight up, like I was impressed. Like I actually think Mizkif's game is pretty good. Like I was.
That Unrooted
expecting it to
game
be
seems
way more of a
okay.
clown show. I mean, let's be honest, right? I mean, let's be honest.
It's beautiful. It really is.
I'm gonna be real. Like one of the games is like that game. Like the whole Expo.
Imagine
I knew I was
playing
gonna
a
play that
video game.
Yeah.
I can't.
And I was
dude.
like,
I
man,
can't
I
imagine
want to
it.
play the game, but I can't play the game because it's not time, right? And like as soon as I got in to play it, oh man, like I want that game to come out tomorrow, man.
I felt so bad because it was
Like,
taking you so long to
good.
beat it. It was taking you so long, and then production started saying, "Yo, you got to get him off the stage."
Wait,
we went up there. We were actually going to take you off the stage, and then you
was that
did
why
it.
you guys went behind me?
Yeah, we were actually going to
Games are
physically
for
Y'all gonna roll me off the stage?
Yeah, and then we weren't sure. S-Fan's already beaten it twice.
Yeah,
He practiced yesterday.
Okay.
So
Oh,
we were going to
I'm
maybe have
dead.
S-Fan play it
Good
just
lord.
to make sure that people could see what it looked like when it was actually beat. You know what else I'm really excited for
What's that?
too? You know I love board games.
Oh my
and
God.
when we actually play tested,
That thing actually is
too,
kind of cool.
I already
looking.
was kind of alluding to the fact that
I admit I was
working on
wrong.
It made some of my favorite board games, like Arkham Horror, which is a narrative strategy that I was super into. So I was.
We
very
had
excited
talked, like for anybody who doesn't know, we had actually talked to the development team, and not just Jane, but also her team as well. And they knew a lot. Like I
was my
impressed.
ultimate.
Like they've got some real pedigree. They know what they're doing with these
Sucks.
board games, and I straight up might actually try it out.
That's
and,
a
play.
stacked team.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is a S-tier team. So I haven't done a lot of board games pretty much like ever since I was stealing Monopoly money from my friends, and we just stopped playing Monopoly because we couldn't stop stealing each other's money.
I have a board game night every Sunday with Will Neff.
Oh my! Wait, really?
Mm-hmm.
Why am I not surprised?
And Shroud. No.
Of course.
I love Shroud.
Yeah, I mean there are just so many games that I feel like they were really, really fun. Like, oh my God, I forgot about this one. The racing game, Neo Dash.
Yes.
Oh my
one did
God.
look
Like I cannot wait to play that. Like
Dude.
that is the kind of game that you just play on stream for 3 hours accidentally.
The other
what I
game
mean?
that looked really good as a stream game was
Yeah.
Rabatri. Because, Bennett Foddy made a lot of those games like Quap,
Oh,
and then he also
God.
made Getting Over It.
Oh,
and
God.
Rabatri looks like it's in that vein. I could see you just freaking
Yeah,
out.
I can't wait to play that game. Well, I can't move I'm walking like this, like I'm gonna fall off the edge, and everybody can laugh at me. I'll have to take a day off of stream, write a twit longer, do the whole thing. Yeah, I know it's gonna be great.
Dude, the other one that it was the first game that was announced that I was super into was Knights of the Deep.
Crab game.
Crab game.
Yeah. I thought this was this is the kind of game that I could 100% see us playing on OTK game night or something like that.
I feel like this is the potential to be Soda Poppin's main game for like a year.
I could see that, absolutely. And it's the thing with this game is it's just, I mean, bruh, it's so ridiculous that it's good. That's what I like about it the most.
The flamethrower with the lobster.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
I wonder what happens whenever you kill one of them. I hope whenever you kill one of the lobsters, they explode,
Just kind of pop.
Yeah. Or they turned into like in WoW, whenever you kill a turkey, it turns into a cooked turkey.
Yeah, it could just turn into a lobster.
Yeah, you kill them, it turns them into a lobster dinner.
I feel like you didn't see as much crab gameplay as lobster gameplay, which kind of upset me.
Maybe these guys played a little bit too much Elden Ring.
true.
Yeah,
I mean,
the lobsters.
This is getting into like.
There are crabs in
right
Elden
now.
Ring.
Crabs
Yeah.
are just they're more efficient movers than lobsters.
I don't really know about that. I mean, every
Look at
time I've
Carson
watched like a nature video, it's always the crab that gets eaten. Every single time, it's always the crab that gets got.
That's not true.
That's pretty much is true. Like, let's be honest.
Yes,
It is.
bro.
And like, yeah, I really like this
Sure.
game a lot. But again, like,
Sure, bro.
there have been so many, and that ethereal game.
Yep.
The MMO, like that was. Like, people were like tweeting it at me like maybe a month ago, and I was like, you know, what is this? And I saw it coming up in OTK Games Expo, and I'm like, okay, I've got to really look at this and see what it's about. And like, I remember whenever we were looking at all the trailers for the first time, and I was like, and then whenever it had everybody building stuff together, oh my god, that was cool.
Yeah, it definitely is, and it's going to be tough, but everybody already did vote.
Yeah.
So it's about time that we actually announce the
time.
winners.
Okay. Alrighty, gentlemen, want to do second place first?
Let's take a
All
look.
right.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
ready.
doing this right now. We're
Again, guys, this is going to be first place is going to be getting $30,000 and a Razer PC powered by Intel, and second place, oh, yo, what?
You love that one?
Yes, dude. Neodash is getting second place.
Congratulations to Neodash.
Congratulations.
They're going to be grabbing $20,000. And as Asmin mentioned, they also are going to get the Razer PC powered by Intel so they can continue developing that game and any future projects as well.
Absolutely. And I am so glad to see that. Congratulations so much to Neodash and everybody who made it possible. And
That's cool.
thank you guys all so much for voting and being part of it.
Now, time to see who actually gets first place.
All right, here we go. Bro, like
Renown.
McConnell was in the chat probably telling them vote on
Sorry,
this
I don't-
game. Like there is no way that's
Didn't
not what
care
happened.
about that one
Like,
at
that
all.
was a survival
Sorry.
medieval game. So basically, like it's like Rust with swords, you know. And I think what really sold me on that game was whenever they had the whole siege happening.
Later, David.
and
Thanks for
they
hanging
brought
out.
in like a siege engine, and they were talking about trebuchets as well. Like I am just so excited to see where that game goes.
I saw people talking about it in chat long
Yeah.
after we actually looked at it, and we got to deep dive that game quite a bit as well. It definitely looks like one. I'm not surprised at all that it managed to grab that first place grant, but all of the games today were fantastic. And
got a lot of
Asmin, thank you.
For what?
Having me on.
What do you mean? You carried
That's
the show.
part
You've
of
been
the
amazing,
PvP set.
man.
The only thing I'm upset about right now is you're standing a little bit further, like closer to the camera than me, so you're kind of making me look short.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, we're the same height, guys. It's
There we go.
That's a bit much.
That
Okay,
sword is
yeah, that's
dope looking. That's very cool.
So yeah. Anyway, guys, I want to say thank you to all the developers who made this possible, who submitted their games, and who were willing to have their games shown in front of our audience. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. And also a huge thank you to Razer, Intel, and of course our longest sponsor, Mountain Dew Game Fuel. And We Play were our first event that we've ever done in their studio. This is a lot better than S-Fan's Garage. It's a lot better. Oh, my God. All right, guys. All right. It's time. Come on.
A year and a half. We're in a giant studio like this, and look how
Yeah.
many of us. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's that.
Okay. Oh my God.
For real though, like
Yeah, it's a bit better. Actually, you know what? I'll be.
I'm gonna turn this down just a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, let's
Congrats
go
to them
through it.
though.
Why not?
Like that's actually super
Thank
cool.
you guys. Go ahead, Tips.
I just want to say this couldn't have been possible without our new partner, WePlay. As Asmin said, this is our first show together, and I know there's a lot of cast, a lot of crew that's been working on this project together. We'd love to get the cast and crew out on the stage with us as well. Thank you so much. Thank you for this incredible experience. We'd love to have
Oh, Realm of
Come on, Jeff.
Animations coming up soon.
Yo, we just found out. I'm pretty
And
sure you were
Grayson.
muted the entire time.
There's everybody. Yeah, there's Grayson, of course.
Grayson! Woo!
Awesome. All right. Well, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And for everybody here at OTK, thank you so much for your support for all this time. Thank you to everybody, the developers, the sponsors, and of course you all, the viewers. And as I said always, the best way of saying thank you is better content, and that's what we hopefully have done today, and we will continue to do. Thank you all so much for watching, and until the next time, peace.
Okay, legitimately, I thought this was actually pretty cool. I feel like I would have got more out of this if I followed like this group, if I like watched their streams and like knew them as people or any of that stuff. I feel like I would get more out of it. They definitely banked a lot of time on you, like people there for their personality, which makes sense. They're content creators. Like they know their audiences want their shtick or whatever they do, and I'm sure they were doing it and people enjoyed it or whatever. Unfortunately, I'm not part of that. I'm one of these people that just wants to see game stuff, and I will hand it to them. They had a lot of games. There's a handful, maybe 2 handfuls that I already knew about, and I was like, yeah, okay, that's cool that they are showcasing these smaller games. I'm really more impressed that they had a whole bunch of games that are like really small and won't get like any airtime on the Summer Games Fest or any of that sort of stuff. Like, I think that's super cool. I think it's super cool that they're using their platform in the way they are to like help fund some of these games as well. And also, I just think some of these games were dope as shit. I thought this was a pretty cool thing. It is definitely about 2 hours longer than it needs to be of the personality and content stuff that I personally don't like. But hey, what do you do, right?